Hello, my lovely sewing friends. How are you this evening on this lovely Sunday? Let's just join our TikTok friends to us and we'll get chatting with all the sewing we're going to do. Let's just see when these guys are coming on in. Hello, my lovely TikTok friends. How are you this evening? I'm going to mirror my image so you can see it a bit better. Here we go. There we go. So, hello, Sophie. Welcome to you. Hello, Paula. Welcome to you. So, how are you today on this lovely Sunday, the 14th of June? Hope you all had a really, really good day. Hello, Silk Baby. Hello, Betty. You can see some other people there to join us as well. So I've had a really lovely day. I've been to a little quilt show today, which was really nice in a little village hall. The car park was absolutely packed and we had to park around the corner, but actually we ended up parking a bit closer, which was really, really weird. But it was really nice, actually. Here comes Dale walking in. Hello, flowers. Hello, my lovely Dale. How are you? Here comes Daisy. We need to hear all about that puppy. How is the puppy, Daisy? How is the puppy? Let me know, let me know. So yeah, it was really, really nice. A little quilt show we went to, and a nice cup of tea. We had a nice bit of cake. Went with my good friend Susan. She bought 2 quilts. Hello, Margaret. Welcome to you. And I didn't actually get anything. I did actually go do like the raffle thing, but you know, we wasn't there for when it was called. And they haven't called me sadly to say I won anything, but you know, it doesn't matter because it all goes to a really great cause. But there were loads of quilts. So honestly, it was real quilt goals. It really, really was for a quilt group to have like a big display. You can join later. Your Wi-Fi is bugging. Oh, okay. Join a bit later, Daisy. And hello, Anne. Welcome to you. Hello, Teresa. So yeah, it was really, really nice, and they had lots and lots of quilts, lots of different kinds of quilts. They had like hand sewn quilts, machine sewn quilts. They had a beautiful quilt that was all done with ruler work. That I need to investigate. I've taken some photos of that one, and I definitely need to investigate that one. That was just absolutely beautiful. So she said it was like a quilt we should go in like ruler work, so I'm going to have a little look at that at some point, because I did actually take some videos and took some photos as well of it. Hello, Lindsay, welcome to you. Thank you so much, Teresa, for liking my live. If you want to share my live, then please do. And if you're watching any other comments, then on the other social media platforms, then please do make a comment because I can see it as well. Yes, I'm all good. Thank you very much, Dale, very much. Yes, I've had a really nice day out, actually. It has been really, really nice with my good friend Susan. And then this afternoon I just did lots of amazing little bits and bobs. I had to finish off for the website, because would you believe it, next week is newsletter writing day. Hello, Tiana, welcome to you. Welcome. Oh, I'm just going to hold on a minute, just realize that they are not on there. There we go, that's better. So did they go up or did they not go up? Oh, hang on. There you go. I just realised they were going down, they were going up, they're going down, they're going up. So yes, so it's really nice. So the plan for today, my people, is we're going to actually finish off this quilt. We're going to put the binding on it, and then we're going to stitch it over. We're going to use my little binding buddy, my binding baby that we did last night, and she's sitting up on here. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm just going to move the little screen a little bit. There we go. Does that look a bit scary? Hopefully that's better. That's better. Oh no, it's not better. Hold on. Oh my goodness me. I think that would work. Would that work? I think that will. Maybe. Oh my goodness. Maybe I should just left it where it was. There you go. We do it like that. Don't touch the screen, Rachel. Don't touch the screen. Hello, Noodles. Welcome to you. Hope you are good. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello, Bennett. Welcome to you. So, why are you asking for more oil again? Because you do not need any oil, that's for sure. So I'm actually going to sew on the binding just in a white cotton. It doesn't need to go in any other colour, because you're not going to see this part of it, and then it's only when I hand stitch it over that's the bit that you are actually going to see. Hello, DJ, welcome to you. So this is what we're going to stitch, and then we're going to have a little think about what else we're going to do today. Oh, good afternoon, DJ. Thank you so much for sending a heart. It's really kind. Hey, Teresa. So where are you then, DJ? If you are saying good afternoon, you must be in a different part of where we are from, because I'm from the south coast of the UK, and I'm just going to finish off the binding for this lovely Liberty Quilt, which is actually going to go into my TikTok shop. It definitely is going to go there. And you're going to surgery this week. You're scared. Oh no, B. Oh no. That's and DJ is in Iowa. Very, very nice. What is the weather like out in Iowa at the moment? Is it big surgery it's going in for, B? Is it like going in for a service and then it's going to be a big surgery? Oh dear. Is it like playing up then? So now this is going to be interesting because obviously I might need to move the screens potentially back a bit because this is going to need a lot of room. But we'll see how we get on. So when you're doing the binding, it's beautiful there today. Very, very nice. We're very lucky to have good weather here on the UK at the moment as well. Let me just fight with this quilt to get it out. Hopefully nothing's going to happen over on the TikTok situation. And so here's my binding baby. And so there's two ways of when you put your binding on. I always start halfway in. I never start on a corner. Obviously there are loads of ways you can put binding on, but thank you very much, DJ. Thank you so much. It's all been hand sewn apart from this bit that I'm going to stitch that bit on and then I'm going to hand stitch it over. So remember yesterday we did the 2.5-inch strips and then we ironed it into a half a strip, so what we're going to do is we're going to stitch it down this side and then I'm going to pull it over and hand stitch it down the front. So you could, if you want to, do it the other way around, because you could machine stitch it there and then you could fold it over the back. But I quite like, because this is a hand sewn quilt, I quite like having hand stitches on it, I think that'll look quite nice. So anyway, so that's what we are going to do. So I'm going to stitch it halfway. I need to flip it, don't I? Because we're going to stitch it on the back. That's what we're going to do. So we need to flip the quilt because we're stitching, the sewing machine stitching is going to be on the back, and then I'm going to pull it over to the front and hand stitch it down. And then, my people, this quilt will be finished. It needs a service, work on the drive machine. What's something just came up on my screen? I don't know what that was on that side. She needs a dry on work on the drive mechanism. Oh my goodness me, that sounds like a lot of work, B. That certainly does. Hello, Daniel. Welcome to you. Hello, Tia. Welcome to you. Right, so here we go. So I've got my binding here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it on the edge. I don't know if I've done this before on a live stream. I do not remember. I might have done. I don't know. We have done such a lot together, haven't we, since we started doing these live streams? So I am going to use my quilter's clips because it just keeps it straight, really. And then I'm just going to move the clips down. Your mum messaged me, so you're worried. You really hope it can be fixed. No, I really hope it can be fixed as well. I mean, most service engineers can actually stitch really well, can actually service machines really well and repair them. So I will keep my fingers crossed for you, B. Hopefully you'll be able to fix it. So I'm doing a 1/4-inch stitch down there. But you don't have to. You can, as long as you catch all of the edges. Obviously, if you go quite far over, you're not going to have much to pull over. But I generally do a 1/4 inch. So we're going to do this. I'm going to stitch it down, and I do have a bit of a. Obviously, there's loads of different ways of doing the corners. I have my own way of doing the corners. Hello, was that Miss Ivy? I think that's Miss Ivy that came up. So yes, if you're watching on any of our social media platforms like YouTube or any of the others, I can see your comments, so do pop a comment up. And if you've got any questions you want to ask, then please do. So yeah, so it does, and obviously having a binding baby thing does actually help, but you don't have to. Sometimes I just sling over the wadding on my side, on my top. There we go. Right, so here we go. Oh my goodness. Yes, I thought that might happen. Right, we're gonna see what happens on the wonderful world of TikTok. Oh dear, don't we just love it? Don't we love it? Right, because TikTok doesn't like the fabric being shown too close to the screen. Yeah, absolutely now. It's because the fabric's too close to the screen. That's all it is. I mean, we'll get this done and then we'll see where we are. And if I have to restart, then we have to restart. We will do that. So we're just going to stitch it round. I'll see what it comes up with because I put my little thing in, my little appeal thing in. I'm gonna take my cardigan off in a minute. It's like it's a little bit cold and then it goes a bit warm again. So yeah, so I'm gonna get to a corner, and I'll show you. Well, I'll try to show you because it could be quite difficult without having a you know, like a screen right above me here. It can be quite difficult to show the corner, but I'll talk you through what I do because corners on quilts can be a bit scary. Even I know that. But the biggest thing to it really is to keep it as straight as possible when you're now when you're stitching it round. So what I do is I literally put a fold in it. So I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to fold it so it's like a little triangle, and then I'm going to put a quilter's clip in this side, and then I'm going to stitch as far as I can up into that corner. Then I'm going to trim it, the cotton, and then I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to start that way. And it does leave a teeny tiny little hole. But what's my plans for the week, Tiana? I will tell you in a minute. You get notification I was on? Oh no, Sarah. I've only literally started about 15 minutes ago. Not, let me have a look actually. 12 minutes and 3 seconds ago. There you go. Because my YouTube one is telling me that's how long it is. And then we got restricted, but you know. Anyway, so when you go up into the corner, I'm going to like take it up completely, and then I'm going to flap that back the other way, and then put another clip in there to hold it. Now it does leave, doing this process does leave a teeny tiny little hole, but you need that for when you flap the other side over, because you want to have you know, as much as possible you want to try and get a kind of a neat corner. But you know, this is a hand sewn quilt, so I'm not worrying about that really. So now I'm going to come down the other way. I've come up into the corner as much as I possibly can, and then I'm just going to keep going all the way down this side. I'm going to take that clip off, and you could like pull yeah, just like example from TikTok. Yes, I will, Tiana, I will answer your question in a minute what I'm up to this week, because I've got, as you can probably imagine, I've got a fairly busy-ish week. I mean, actually, do you know what next week is going to be? Not this week coming, so not Monday, a week Monday. As you know, week Tuesday is when I'm going up to Liverpool. So I'm going on my long journey a week on Tuesday to see do lots of filming, have lots of meetings. So that's going to be exciting. So we're just going to carry on stitching this round. Just quilting of 20 years. It's rusty hand stitching hexagons at the moment. You would get there. That's amazing though, if you just started quilting again after 20 years. I had a big gap in my sewing really of about the same time. But it's so good. It's so good for your well-being to be sewing. Hopefully you can you see that? Let me just pop that down so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, so as you can see, I am taking it quite easy, not rushing it, because it will, when I come to hand stitch it on, it will go much better. There we go. So yeah, so you're gonna make your first hexagon quilt after 20 years. That's amazing. Have you chosen some really nice fabric then? Is it me? It looks like me. Have you chosen some nice fabric to work with for your next your newly revitalized quilt, or quilting, I should say? So do you want to tell me Liverpool? I definitely will. Did I see? Oh, Leon's just come in. I definitely will, Tiana. Thank you so much. But I'm not going to. It's a week on Tuesday. So this week, what I'm doing, what am I doing? tomorrow, I've got a few appointments to do tomorrow. Then I'll be back on live tomorrow night. Tuesday, my daughter has a dentist appointment in the afternoon, and then I'll be back on live again. And then Wednesday, I might actually come on Wednesday afternoon. You never know, because I haven't. Well, technically, well, I've got the newsletter to write, which actually is not a lot, not a lot to do. Leo, did you say something? Your brother, people found him. You got two things. He collects me to everywhere. So you've got lots of pretty pinks. Ah, that's amazing. Ah, there's our Chirpy Chirpy. We'll listen to Chirpy for a minute. Nah. I know, Chirpy, you miss him. If we're still here at 9, Leon, we'll go and see Chirpy Chirpy. So if you remember, when we backed this quilt, I decided to leave the selvage edge on because actually that gives like the whole like the name of the fabric, which I think is quite nice. So we're just going to keep. So now I'm at another corner, and I'm going to do the same thing again when I'm doing the binding. So I'm going to. Yay! Hello, Donna. Hello, Donna. How are you? Will Chubby always be in the lives forever? Yeah. I mean, even when he runs out of battery power, Leon will put more power in him. It's quite cute. So yes. So Tiana, I am. Yeah, so I've got to start writing my next newsletter. That's what I've got to do, and then I might be having a day off at the end of the week. I might. Maybe Saturday, maybe Sunday, because obviously it's Father's Day, isn't it? It is Father's Day on Sunday. And it is our anniversary on Saturday. So it's quite a nice weekend. So so that's my plans, really. So I'm gonna have an easy week. That's my plans, Tiana. I'm gonna have a easy week, I think, this week, because like I said, Tuesday is when I go on my long drive up north. I'm going to go up to Liverpool, and it's going to be quite fun. I'm actually quite looking forward to it. So it's going to be good. Did you? No, next Sunday is Father's Day. Next Sunday, the 21st. That's when Father's Day is, Leon. And what did you say though? You hear your nan? Oh no, you've had your nanny round. Ah, have you had a nice time with your nan? Yes. If you've got any sewing questions, anything you want to ask, then please do. I will answer them to the best of my ability. And if you, good. And if you haven't followed me before, please do as well. And also on the social media platforms, if you're watching, then just give me a shout. Let me know. Yeah, so I think my plans are practically sorted for my my Liverpool trip. Obviously, I'm going to stop at various places on the way first, and then places on the way back. So it's going to be a good old adventure, that's for sure. I'm very much looking forward to the drive because I'm going to stop off. I'm going to stop off and see my good friend Suzanne on the way up. And then meet up with a few little quilty people, which is going to be good. I gotta decide what suitcase I'm taking, really. That's what I've got to do this week. But yes, I've got to get the newsletter written, the July one written. Because when I come back from my Liverpool trip, there won't actually be that many days left to get it sorted out. So and let me just there we go. It's nearly, how many more we got to? Oh, we got like one and a half. So you can, I don't know if you can see the binding buddy, you can see how well that's really working, because it's a really cute little thing, and it stops all your binding like becoming a mess. That's why I like it. And I kind of wrap it into my arm as well. So I'm going to get round to here, and then we'll make a decision on what happens with whether we restart on TikTok. We will decide. No. No, what? No to restarting, Dale. Oh no to the getting all tangled up. Or you say no to something else. And if you have you any more strawberries? And if you had any more strawberries. The weather's been quite nice there, hasn't it? It was actually really, really lovely when we were at the quilt show. It's quite warm, I found. We were going to go for lunch, but then we decided actually we had a few bits and bobs at the quilt show, so decided to come home and have a bit of a rest this afternoon. Can't see. Oh, you can't see the. I didn't think you could. I didn't think you could because it's right up here. Let me just see. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Let me see what I can do. Because actually, I want to take my cardigan off anyway. See, now you can see it. It's whether I stay on the screen. Hold on. Mousey mouses. That's actually what I saw. Is that better? You can see it now, can't you? You can see my money. Let me know, Dale. I think you can see her now. There she is. But unfortunately, the ideas I've only got a little bit of me. They haven't got all of me. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, there was a really cute quilt there with a mouse on it. It had a couple of mice on it. It had a really cute little sewing machine and a little mouse. I was like, oh. So yeah, so they did do a people's choice, actually, I must admit. And obviously that one got my person's choice. Never mind. Can you see it now? You should be able to see it. It's here, look. Here she is. There's my little bunny buddy. Let me know. She just like twirls round. No, you still can't see it. Is she blended in then? Look, can you see where my hand is? Look, I'm holding her there. Patting her head. I can see it on the screen. I don't know. Oh, how weird. How weird. I just don't know. Right. We'll have to I think it's because I've moved it away a bit. If you go onto YouTube, you can definitely see it on YouTube. Can the YouTubers, can you see little binding buddy? My binding baby. Hopefully you can. You just realised something. What have you realised, Tiana? What have you realised? I love it when something comes to mind. Ah, so annoying. Let me just ask Mr. Rachel to have a look, and then he can tell me which way to move my screen to. Hold on a minute. Machine. Which way shall I move it? There you go. Oh, we'll get instruction from the office. You probably will. Next Sunday, Mum will be driving back from Wicklow. Ah, so next Sunday. Yes, I might not actually be on next Sunday because it's Father's Day, isn't it? That's the thing. So we might not miss it. I'm going to work it out as we. That's what I tend to do. You see, as we get towards the end of the week, I will work out what I'm doing. The next couple of days. So I've started to put up on our YouTube channel the times that I'm going to go live. So if you're on TikTok and you're not sure, you can always go and have a look on YouTube and see what time it says. You can see it fine. Oh, must be. Maybe do you need to turn your screen? Oh, but not on Insta. No, you can't see it. So you can't see it on Insta apparently, but you can see it on TikTok. I just do not know. That's going to need moving over. Right. There we go. So I think I'm going to probably get a... are you colouring tonight, Lottie? Are you colouring whilst watching the football? Is that what you're doing? Right, so I've done my little fold there. It's very difficult to see it. I've done my little fold there, and now I'm going to stitch back down this side as well. Unless you... I don't know. Yeah, so there was a really lovely, some very beautiful quilts. They were very, very different, actually. Hello, Bluebirdie. How are you? There were some very very different quilts at the quilt show. There was one that people were like convinced it looked like a lobster, but when you kind of stood back in it, it was actually a cat. That's what it was. It was actually a cat. Turn to the storeroom. Right, okay. How is that going to work if I turn it to the storeroom? Hold on. we're trying to see if we can fix it. There you go. Is that better? That might be better. Is that better? Now can you see it? Hopefully you can. Hopefully you can. That's better. There you go. That's much better because I only can see her up there. I've still got quite a bit to go, so do not worry. You'll get to see her twiddling round. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I always like to try and work out what we can. But what I'll do, I'm going to be stitching this round. We've got it for the day, and then let me help you. Ah, no, that's fine, Tiana. You're very welcome. Right, I'm going to carry on down this bit. So you can see that you're using that. I mean, it is quite cute, isn't it? But you can see that it keeps the binding really, really neat. So I just like wrap it, instead of having it everywhere, you can just like keep it. So I kind of like keep it by my arm, like here, like keep it linked up there. Won't be around. Here's the machine. Might be. But so I just read that, Bluebirdie. Well, the bees have already been around, just so you know. Yes, it's better. Oh, Tiana's saying it's better. That's good then. Yeah, the bees have already been around, and I might actually restart it in a minute. We'll get this bit round, and then we'll make a decision on what we're doing. I'm gonna pour that down there. Pour that down there. Yeah, so hopefully, if you get our newsletters, you would have got the one that went out this morning, all about our quilt show, which is super exciting. That is like, I think I worked out something like, is it like 11 weeks or something, or 10 weeks? It's not long. It's not long to our quilt show. We got a few bits and bobs. I've ordered more sashes, so that is will it restart on YouTube? No, it won't restart on YouTube, Leon. It's going to only restart on TikTok, but don't worry, I'll let you know when I'm about to do it. I'll let you know. Do not worry. We don't need to restart it on YouTube because YouTube doesn't have an issue with seeing the fabric. TikTok has an issue with seeing the fabric. We do not know why. We don't know why. Yeah, so so the newsletter went out all about the quilt show, and oh yeah, and I ordered the sashes. I actually ordered the extra sashes to wear for the quilt show. I ordered our So Happy to Help ones. So if you're going to come along and help us out for the show, you're going to get a cute little sash that says So Happy to Help. And so yeah, so I've ordered, I think I ordered 15 of them, but so you're gonna hop when we do it. Okay, you hop, Bluebirdie. Hop along. But it'll restart. You know what TikTok's like. It'll restart, so it's not a problem. We'll just see what happens, because I can just see that is it possible to make you something and send you? Oh, you mean for my quilt show, Sarah? Absolutely. That's what you mean. Yeah. You can make a quilt, and I can put it on display. We can send it back to you. So yeah, so you probably have to contact. Well, I need to know by the 1st of August what the size is, because that's when I'm working out all the quilt sizes of what's going to go up, because we've got quite a few groups that are going to be. Oh, that could be the word if I got it. There's quite a few quilters that want to put their quilts on display. But there is going to be a bit of space, so yeah, that would be really lovely if you want to do that. You can call it the TikTok quilt. That's what you could call it. That would be quite nice. I'm just going to go into the corner, then I'm going to stop. When I hand stitch this down in a minute, you're going to see what I mean about why you need that tiny little hole. Right, so now we've only got a half to go, and it is really like dragging. Hold on. There it is. It's really dragging. Oh, I'm going to be so happy when this is done. I decided, or did I say to you last night? When we've done it, I'm going to clip it up on the wall, and we're going to stand back and admire our handiwork and see what it looks like. So actually, the binding baby, she's got a lot left on her. I did think I did too much, but you know, it's always better to have way too much binding, because then you can use it for other things. So in a bit, we're gonna come up to where the overlap is. Have I ever seen the SHQA logo? Have I ever seen? Oh, have I ever sewn? Sorry, Leon. Have I? Well, you know what? No, I haven't actually sewn it, but I'm going to do a trapunto thing in it. That's what I decided I want to do. You know, when I did that cushion with the trapunto effect, that's what I'm going to do. So, yeah, no, I haven't done the. I don't. My machine isn't that fancy, Leon. It is not that fancy to be able to program it and do it like who's Leon? We know who Leon is. Yeah, so it's not that fancy to be able to do such a fancy logo. I would like one of those machines, but then I would have space to do it. Have one in here. That's the thing. I did consider getting one at one point, but I would not have the space. That is the thing. I need a whole new sewing room. It would be nice though. But yeah, but the sachets that we are getting for the quilt show are the same as the one that I wore on my live stream the other night. So they're like white with like the hot pink and then the royal blue. And then the writing on them. So they have the QR code. They don't actually have the logo. Right, so now what I'm getting is, you see this? So this is where we started, this bit there, and this bit coming in. So what I've got to do is basically do a bit of an overlap. So as I get close to it, it's probably quite. I'm going to get my scissors ready. Where are my scissors? There's my scissors. So I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to go a bit further there. I'm going to wind the baby back up. She could sit there really pretty. Hello, ribbons and bows. Welcome to you. Welcome. Okay, there we go. Voila. So where I've got the flap, you need to fold back the edge of that bit. So you're going to fold that back like that. And then you lay the one that's already there, you lay that inside the one that you're just stitching now. So then it's like nicely nestled inside. So you lay it in like that, and then you fold it over. Hopefully you guys can see. There we go. That's better, isn't it? Can you see that? So it's here, you see. Let me just show it again because I can see you guys couldn't see it. So this is the edge that I sewed. We started. This is the one that I'm finishing off with. And I folded it back, and then I open it out, and then I'm going to lay that one inside to that one, and then lay that like that. And then I'm going to carry on stitching all the way down. What I am going to do is I'm going to put a clip on that one so I don't lose it. There. And then I'm going to stitch all the way down here. And then we're going to keep going down to here. There you go. So the first thing I always do when I've done this bit is to fold it over to the other side and put my quilter's clip in it there, so I know that's where my join is. And then when I'm doing the stitching around, which I'm going to do in a minute, we can pay more attention to that bit. So what we're going to do, we're going to get reshuffled because I need to get the cotton. So my first thing I'm going to do is move you guys this way, and here we go. Right, you can see. I mean, I think you can all see, can't you? I think you can all see. So we are going, so it looks like to me there is Dale, there is Sarah, there is Blue Birdie watching on TikTok right now. That's what I can see. So I'm going to stop the live stream, and then I'm going to restart. Okay, so I will see you at the other side. So YouTubers, if you wonder why that happens, that's because TikTok doesn't like when the fabric gets too close to the screen, and then it restricts me, and then it stops other people watching, and then it goes really, really slow. So then what we have to do is we have to stop and we have to restart, which is what I'm doing now. Just thought I'd explain that one. So I'm just going to dismiss that. I'm going to X that out. I'm going to go to this one, and then we're going to go to the live button, and then we're going to go live again. Oh, I'm going to get a cup of tea as well. That's what I'm going to do. Because now I think TikTok doesn't like you doing. Hello, everybody. You've come back. Let me just mirror my image. There we go. Right. So I'm going to get. So while everybody's walking back in, I'm going to have some of my tea. So it's actually quite warm. Hello, Pinar, welcome to you. Hello, it's just me, welcome to you. Dave says I've come home. Woo! Oh dear. Can someone follow you so you can go live? Here comes Blue Birdie. So Blue Birdie is back, Dale is back, and now we're just waiting for Sarah to come back, and then we're all good. We're back, everyone's back in the room. I just walked in now. You all got booted out, and then you got actually I'm going to take my badge off. I just realised I'm so used to having my badge on me because I had this on today when I was out. We put that over there. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to do the stitching. Now hopefully nothing's going to happen and TikTok's not going to do anything about it, but I'm now going to, so obviously we've stitched this bit on, which is the binding, and then we're going to fold it over. I'm going to put it on my lap. Actually, let me find the edging. Where did we start? There it is. Right. It's much easier if you've got it in your lap, you see, to stitch it around. Tell you when TikTok is on. Oh, Leon, TikTok is actually on now, so it's all back up and running. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Florrie. Welcome to you. Right, so now we folded this bit over. So that is what I've just stitched down there. So now I'm going to fold it over, and now I'm going to stitch down here, but I'm going to hand stitch that because I really like doing that. You could quite easily machine stitch it, but I'm not going to. I'm going to hand stitch it. And what I'm going to get is the hand quilting cotton. That's what we're going to get. We're actually going to get one of these. How exciting. We're going to get the blue one because it's quite strong. I mean, it's not bang on the same color, but you know, it's not actually that far off, really. I think I might have to go and put my fan on. It's actually quite warm here. Where are the end of you? There we are. Doesn't say the color. Doesn't say. It just says the number. Yeah, your color. It is your color. It's blue. It's blue. Has anyone outside said hi and said they were from the live? What does it? What does that mean, Blue Birdie? Hello, Yvonne. Welcome to you. So this, you remember I was saying yesterday about how when I do the bobbins, and then you've got, you don't want to like unwind the bobbin, and you can get these lovely little things, and you can pop that in there, and then put that in there. Oh, how weird! I've just got a little. Oh, that's really, really funny. That's really funny. Dal, so you just shared the live, okay, and it's just come up on my other screen. That's really funny. I just heard this noise and I just thought that's really funny. Hello, Isma, welcome to you. Yeah, you said yeah, your colour. Okay, right. So I'm going to get my my needles ready and my cotton's ready, and then we're going to get comfy. The most important thing when you're doing binding, you're sewing the binding on, is to get comfortable, because you're dealing with a big old quilt. And of course, did you hear it? Did you hear that that noise going? Didn't if you do it again, you'll hear it. Go on, do it again. It'd be quite funny. Right, so I'm going to try my bestest not to like upset the world of TikTok. There you go. Did you hear that? I was talking though, so maybe I will not talk. Hello, Maureen. Hello, Broken by Design. Welcome to you. No, see, it's not happening with you, Bluebirdie. It'll only happen with Dale. It'll only happen because she's special. Hello, Denise. Welcome to you. Okay, so I'm going to stitch this down now. And then look. So look how pretty that's going to be. When that's finished, it's going to be there. Obviously, these stitches are going to show. That's what I personally want. Sometimes some people don't want, when they do their binding, they don't want the stitches to show, but I love them showing because I think it shows it is like a hand sewn quilt and it's all finished. And then the last thing you want to do really is if you want to put a label on it. So I'm definitely going to start getting back to my Somerset quilt. We're going to start working on that. But you know what though, at the quilt show, excuse me, where I went today, there was an absolutely stunning patchwork across his quilt. It was so lovely, and I was like, oh, I love it, I loved it so much. So I did think, do we get back to the patchwork across his quilt? Because we could get back to that one. I mean, we could go and like lay it out. I think we might do that. I think we might do that. Maybe we'll do that in a bit because I did see that quilt today and I was like, it did inspire me to think, oh, I want to do another patchwork across his quilt. And obviously, technically, this is an applique one. Mine is very much. Mine is what very much. Did you miss something off there, Dale? No. Oh, so are we talking to someone else? Hello, Rachel. Hello, fellow Rachel. So yeah, the cotton I'm using is a quilting cotton. It is a lot stronger, so it will. Mine's so much love, very much lovely. Ah, thank you very much. It is very. It's a lot stronger, this cotton. So what I'm also going to do is, because I'm going to go that way. It does depend really. If you're left-handed or right-handed, but I'm left-handed, so I'm going to go that way. And work your way round. This is the bit I love doing because you finish it off. I need to put that there. There we go. It really finishes off the quilt, that's for sure. It's nearly 8:30. I know, Bluebirdie. I know. Honestly, doesn't the time go fast? It's incredible when you're sewing. Don't worry, I'm going to be here till at least 10 o'clock, maybe a bit later. Because I don't know, I do have a bit of an early start, but not too early, so it should be fine tomorrow. You're a lefty. You gotta go at 10. Okay, Bluebirdie has to go at 10. You may go at 10 if you wish to. So all I'm really doing is doing like a little running stitch going along. You're right-handed. You're both the same. There was something I was going to ask you. Oh yeah, what was I going to ask? So you know your magic number, and you gave that. We're talking to Leon now. If Leon's around, the magic number, and you gave that then that timestamp in the video. Well, Eloise says no, that's not where it is. Just so you know. So you're going to have to. Hello, Paul. Welcome to you. Get to have a look again. Have a look again. I do quite like this cotton, actually. It's not one that I work with much, really. I probably should work with it a bit more when I'm doing my quilting, I reckon, because it is quite nice. Hello, Marie. Welcome to you. Yeah, so if you're watching on any of the other social media platforms, or you're just coming in now, and you haven't followed me before, please do. And if you've got any questions, any sewing questions, let me know. So yeah, so I did do a little video. Leon asked if it was the date. No, it was not. Tell Leon no, it was not. Even I don't know. I'm gonna at some point have to spend time working it out. Okay, who's that coming in at the bottom? Per something. Hello, Granny. Welcome to you. And there is Decoder TV. Take it you like decoding the TV. Yeah. So what I'm doing is as I'm like folding it over. You can kind of see. Look now. I'm trying to make sure I don't get any nods because that would be highly annoying. That is the problem with this cotton. Do not knot up on me. I'll have to start again, and that would be highly annoying. Let's see if we can wiggle it out. Sometimes you can wiggle out the knot. Let's have a little look. Leon's going to look now. Oh, Blue Birdie, I'm so happy that you're great friends with Leon. Oh dear. It's not coming out. I can't believe it. Hello, Pat. Welcome to you. So, right. Now that's going to be a problem. Ah, we were doing so well as well, people. Okay. Right. So here's what we have to do. Because we've got a knot that we can't get out. So I'm going to snip it there and snip it there. Take that one out. And you're using... Oh, hang on a minute. I'm going to crash. Hold on a minute. Oh, hang on. Wait, where's it gone? Where's it gone? Now my phone's being silly. Right. Oh, don't remember getting it. There we go. So annoying. I know it's very annoying. I thought for a minute there, Dale, I thought you meant what my screen came up with because my screen is like lacking. I don't know. There's something about some kind of weird memory system going on. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another needle, pull it back a little bit, and then stitch this bit in. But look, it is looking very pretty. Can you see that so far? That is how it's looking along there. And I'm hoping we get this done. I really would like to get this finished tonight. Most definitely. So I'm just going to stitch that little bit into there. And of course the needles come out. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. It's obviously one of those days. It is one of those days of, it is very pretty, isn't it? Very, very pretty. I'm actually very happy that we did decide to match it up. Right, okay. So now I can go back to the other needle and tell the cotton, do not knot yourself up. Do not knot yourself up. It is a bit curly as well. See, when because it's been on that reel for quite a while, when it becomes curly, that's when you can get it. It can go a bit knotty. That's the problem. I mean, there are like things you can run the cotton through. I do have one somewhere, but it's like a wax that you can run the cotton through to stop it doing that, but I haven't got time to that. Where is your thingamajig? My thingamajig? Which one is that? Which thingamajig is that, Dale? I have lots of those thingamajigs. The waxy thing. Yeah, so all I'm doing is I'm doing a running stitch, but I'm going through the binding and through the blue, but I'm not going through the back. From Kerry or Derry? So from Derry or from Kerry? I have no idea. I do not remember. It will come back to me in a minute. It's one of those days. My cats were being really funny earlier. I should tell you about that. So Mimi's decided Derry, from Derry. Oh yes. I know what you mean. The and Tiana, you can tell us all about those. The what is it called? The thread catcher, the thread stitcher, the thread something or other. Then ask it was very small. What was very small, Blue Betty? The if you're talking about the numbers, I have no idea. I'd have to message back, and I can't do that now. I can't do it today. So look, that is how it's looking now. That's the binding there. Ask please. I will send a message later to ask. Yes, I know what you mean. The thread catcher or thread catcher. That sounds a bit like, ooh, a thread catcher. I've got I found, I was using my paperweights yesterday. Well, I found the little pin cushion that matches the paperweight. That technically is a paperweight, but it's a little pin cushion as well. I was like, it was buried under all of my stuff there. Anyway, so yeah, you were telling me, I was telling you about not you were telling me, I was telling you about my cats. But yeah, if you got any questions, B says, yeah, I find the beeswax is the best for tangling a thread. You let it dangle for a bit to unwind. Yes, I totally agree, B. I have used it before, but then I just think, just go a bit slower for me. I just make sure I go a bit slower so it doesn't tangle. It seems to be working okay now. But yeah, so you can see the stitches, and I love seeing the stitches on a hand sewn quilt. Just pulling over the binding. And what you could do as well, if you want to, if I get a quilter's clip, sometimes it helps to put so you can see where you're going. Just put a little quilter's clip over it, over like that. Yeah, so I think what we'll do after this is, in homage to that quilt that I saw today at the quilt show. Hello, Lich, how are you? And there's Izzy as well. How are you, Lich? I haven't seen you in ages. How is everything? How was your holiday? How is school? What do the cats do? So what the cats did, Dale, was, so we've got a cupboard, okay, in our office, but Mimi Cat likes going up on the cupboard. She thinks she's taken ownership basically of the cupboard. I used to make handmade cans. It's so nostalgic. Thank you, B. So she's taken ownership of the cupboard. She thought it was quite funny. Anyway, Bailey Cat decides she wants to go on top of the cupboard as well. So she got up there first, and then Mimi Cat jumps over Bailey Cat and sits like the other side of on the top of the cupboard. And then they're both up there. Anyway, Jinxie Cat decides that she's going to sit down the bottom where the cupboard is, and then nobody could move. It was quite funny because Mimi couldn't jump over Bailey Cat because Bay wouldn't have it. Bay couldn't get down because Jinxie Cat was in the way, and then they were like, wow, 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 wow. It was quite funny. I've never seen that before. So I was having this very long conversation with Mimi Cat. I'm surprised she didn't want to come out here, actually. I don't know if she's realised that I've come out here. Hello, Kim. How are you, my lovely Kim? And Lottie is watching the next program, episode 2. Oh, it was really, honestly, Dale, it was really funny. They were like, I was like, well, Anyway, so I did actually think I need to make them a nice cushion to go up there. That's what I'm going to do. Hello, Karen Smith. Welcome to you. Are you good, Kim? Right, so I'm coming to a corner. You remember I had that teeny tiny hole. I'm going to show you how we're going to do that bit in a minute. I'm just going to zoom this along. So I'm edging my quilt right now, Kim. You remember the patchwork crosses one in the Liberty fabric? I am I'm putting the binding on, and so far so good. We haven't had any problems. So what have you been up to, Kim? Let me know. Have you had a good weekend? So we've got another wonderful week ahead of us. It's a good program. You have a couple of episodes to go. The Nest. Oh, I think I might have seen it, actually, Lottie. I think I might have seen it. Do you like watching them in one hit then, or do you watch it over, over a period of time? Hello, Amber. Welcome to you. You had a family day out. I like that. We had a little bit of a family day out yesterday. We went to a garden centre and a little food shop. And today I went to a little quilt show with my good friend Susan, and we went to a little village hall, which was quite nice. Did I tell you they had some lovely flowers in there? I was very, very impressed with their flowers, actually. They literally had a really lovely little arrangement. And I was going to ask who made the flowers, because obviously, having been a florist for 12 years, as you guys know, I was very like, oh, very nice. And I did get some photos, but I will which I'll put on my little video at some point. Yeah, so where did you go, Kim? What did you do on your family day out? My little friend Joshua, he loves saying that. He's like, we're going to go on a family day out. He's only 5. He likes in a family day out. Let's go on a family day out. Right, I'm going to so I'm doing the stitches again. I'm just going to, so I am now coming up to the corner. So I'm actually only halfway. Ah, here's Tylenol. Welcome to you. Hello, Jana. Welcome to you. I'm only halfway on one side, so we've got a bit to go. But obviously, as you can see, if I blanket stitch this down, then it would, it'd be so much quicker. But obviously, I don't really want to do that because I want to like spend the time, finish it off, and then when we get to the end, when it's on the wall, I'll then tell you how many hours in all this quilt has taken. Because I think I might have worked it out now. So Leon, you and Bluebirdie have you found it? Hello P, how are you? Are you all met up in the town? We used to live in Harlow in Essex. Ah, very, very nice, Kim. Very nice. 3 minutes, right. 3 minutes, 7 seconds. It says 676. Right, hold on. 3 minutes, 7 seconds. 3 minutes, 7 seconds. 676. Does it really? Okay. P, what did you said? You're late. Oh, it's okay, P. It's not a problem at all. I actually have to restart anyway, so do not worry. If you ever want to catch up with them, they are, as you know, they are all on my oh, it says 675. Oh, it says 675. Okay. There we go. Changed it. If you want to catch up, P, then obviously they are all on my YouTube channel, so you can always go and watch them back, and if you want to. So I'm just putting the binding on this quilt. Do you remember this quilt, P? I've finished it now. I'm just putting the binding on, and then I might go and get the other one out, the Patchwork Crosses one, in homage to the one I saw today, which was so beautiful. Then we can see how much more I know I've got to do. Oh, I'm glad you do. Hello, Grace. Welcome to you. So, right. So do you remember this bit here where I did that fold? So now, as you can see, now it's folding down flat there. And then all I've got to do is fold it that way. So you've got a nice little point. Because if you didn't have that teeny tiny hole to fold it over, you'd pull it really tight. That's the thing. Just going to get a bit closer. I like to get a bit quite close to it, and then I can stitch it down. Yes, I have had a very nice day. Thank you, P. I went to a little quilt show with my friend Susan. It was one that was in a village hall, and they had a little what's it called? People's Choice. And we put our little People's Choice ones in. I think we're going to do that at our quilt show. That's what we've decided. Definitely do like a little People's Choice. And we always choose different quilts. It's quite funny. And we had a little cake and a little, well, I didn't have it. Actually, no, I had a flapjack, and I'd have a juice because they didn't have any oat milk. So I couldn't have a cup of tea. Ooh. But my friend Susan, she had some. So it was really nice. Yeah, we had a lovely day. And it's a very, very nice weather compared to last weekend. Oh my goodness, what a contrast. Well, it's like a whole new season. Right, so now I've done my little fold on the corner. Can you see that on the corner there? And now I'm going to come down this side. Then move it round. Was it gluten-free cakes? Well, there wasn't that many, Leon. I was like, oh, I had a flapjack. That's what I had. Yes, there was not a lot of choice, but it's because the ladies from the quilters whose exhibition it was, they made them all. So we let them off. But I'll tell you what though, the flapjack was really nice. I was very, very impressed with that. Do you want to go and see? Do you want to go and see Birdie at 9, and then maybe we'll come back? what we could do, actually, we could go into the other room. Here's what we'll do. We will, at 9 o'clock, we'll go and see Chirpy Bird. Then we'll go into the other room and I can get those quilt blocks out. We can lay them out and see what it looks like so far. And then we'll come back in here and we'll finish this off. How about that? How does that sound? And because I definitely want to hang this up. If I can get this finished before we finish up tonight, I would be very, very happy. But yeah, I will be back on the same time. It's looking really lovely on the back. Look at the back. Can you see the back? It looks really lovely. Perfect. I love the back. Did it ding? Let's wait and see if it dinged. It did not ding. It didn't ding. The other screen didn't ding. It's obviously decided not to. So yeah, that's what I think we should do. We're going to have a look at the other one, see what else I need to do on it. I'm going to try and work out what fabric I'm going to do. You know, I've got that top to make. No, it didn't, did it? Thank you, P. Hello, Schnapple76. Welcome to you. Hope you're good. I'm going to try and look at the fabric to make the, what is it called? Yeah, it's basically I'm going to make a top. There's not going to be the real top. It's going to be like the practice top. So we'll have a little look at that as well. That's what we'll do. And then tomorrow I will be back on at the same time. We might get back onto Alex's quilt tomorrow. That would actually be quite good, wouldn't it? Get back onto Alex. Thank you so much, Sam, for asking that question. Yeah, so that is what we will do. And I don't knit any socks either, so sadly can't help you there really. I've never ever been able to knit socks actually. Could just about knit a straight blanket. It's looking very, very pretty. We're going to need some more cotton in a minute. Yes, I would like to try and get that top done. What kind of stitch am I doing on the binding? I know it's a real shame, isn't it, Sam? I mean, it's just dreadful, really. So I'm doing a running stitch, Kim. So what I'm doing is I'm doing like a stitch along here, but I'm going through the binding through like that bit, this bit, and then, but I'm not going through the back. I mean, to be honest, you wouldn't see it through the back anyway because of the blue, because it just blends in, but I'm not going through the back. It looks very neat on that side. I'm very, very happy. Bears, don't know if they are gluten-free. Oh no, those some of those biscuits, Bluebirdie, are gluten-free, which is amazing. But they're so expensive though. You only get like 8 in a packet, and that's just like just ridiculous. Right, gonna get some more cotton. We need some more cotton, people. Bring out the cotton. I'm just smiling at Mr. Rachel walking by. Hello, Alice. Hello, Julie. Welcome to you. Yes, if you're watching on any of my other social media platforms and you want to make a comment, please do, because I can see the comments. And if you've got any questions you want to ask as well, but any sewing things, then let me know. So I think that's what we're going to do. I've definitely this week I've decided I will do, Birdie. I will say hello to Mr. Rachel for you. I've definitely this week got to start on that cushion, because you know I said to you that I'm doing this cushion for my good friend Georgina. Well, it's actually for her wheelchair, so I really, really want to get started on that, because I'm actually going to be seeing them the end of next week. And I suddenly realised, I mean, technically speaking, I'm going to see them in October, but I am actually going to see them the end of next week. So if I could get that made, maybe I should look at that tomorrow. If we could get this quilt finished, then that would be an absolute triumph. And then we can work on the other one. I'm only going to do like a very basic puff cushion, but it's the fabric. That's why I haven't restarted it, because obviously I've got so many different fabric. Intrigued. What? Oh, you're intrigued, but what made me set up the SHQA? Well, okay, so do you want to hear the story, Kim? Because I can tell you the story. I mean, the story is on our website there is an about page, okay, and on the about page there's more information about that, but I set it. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Have you got your tea ready? Hold on, because you know it's literally, my website turned a year old yesterday, which is just mad, really. Right, here goes the story. So the story is that I started sewing. I started quilting in 20 happy birthday to cry. No, I know, buddy. I started quilting in 2020 till the end of 2020 when I had my hysterectomy, okay. And I've sewn since I was a child, but I had a massive gap of not sewing. And then I started quilting when really in 2021 when I was recovering from my hysterectomy. And for me, it's very much for my well-being, okay. And the well-being, that well-being, can't say that on TikTok because then that'll get me stung. Anyway, so I was a florist then, and then I sold my business, my floristry business, in 2023 when I did my last wedding, because I just thought, I'm done with brides. I've done 12 years of brides. But up until that point, between sort of 21, 22, 23, I was doing a bit of quilting, and I very much sew for my well-being, without a doubt, because as you know, I'm a carer for my disabled daughter who's a wheelchair user, and she has a lot of hospital appointments, and and obviously I'd recovered from my hysterectomy, and so so I've very much sew for my well-being, without a doubt. And then I set up a little group, a little sewing ensemble of people, and to like pass on the benefit, the sewing, the sewing for wellbeing benefits, really. That's what I did. But what was happening was I was going to other quilters situations, and people kept saying to me that my stitches weren't perfect, and my points weren't perfect, and my corners weren't mitered, and I shouldn't show any of the quilts that I make, and and how could I make anything like that, and it just went on and on and on, and I literally just like I was just done. I was just done with that attitude. And so in last February last year, I turned 50, and I said to my husband, I'm just done with this attitude, because what really concerns me is that if this general perception keeps going out that quilting and sewing has to be perfect, thank you, Birdie, then where is the needlecraft industry going to be in 5, 10, 15 years time? That is what my concern is. And also, it doesn't matter what age you are, you're not going to want to get involved in sewing if you think it has to be perfect, because life isn't perfect, and it is very much about the well-being aspects of any kind of craft, whether that is knitting, crocheting, sewing, anything really. And so I'm all about the well-being aspects of sewing. And so I just decided that I was just done with this general perception. I was done with constantly being told that my stitches shouldn't be showing and my corners are not mitered, and and I'm and what I've made is the points aren't perfect, and I'm just done with that, because it's really soul destroying when you keep you go to, like, say, a specific quilting day, and then someone looks at your work and goes, yeah, rich, or your points not very perfect, are they? And and it's really soul destroying, especially when you've done a lot of that sewing through like your hysterectomy recovery, or you've done it through an operation or something like that. And so I just decided to basically set up something that doesn't exist, really, Kim. That's what it was. And so in March last year, I set up the So Happy Quilt Association, and my biggest thing was to have membership completely for free. And then my next thing as well was to have rules, so that's, to me, that's really important, to have rules so that everybody feels safe in the environment that you're in. Yeah, and so that's basically it. And then March, we set it up, and if you go on the website and you look at our Meet the Team, you can see there are other, like, my team members. So it was only in April last year that we set up all of the social media, all that, like, so I've never been a YouTuber and a TikToker and anything like that. So we only set it up last year. So I did my very first video, which is quite interesting, really, because my first YouTube video is at I was just trying to think now. it will come to it's up north in, do you know Gentleman Jack? Basically the lady in real life. So that was where I did the first video, and she was very much about, just not listening to horrible people, just being you and being how you want to be, and just and what you do is enough, and how you are is enough. And so that's why are you gonna go? Bye, Birdie. See you later. And so yeah, so that's why I set it up, really, because the way people sew, the way what you do, what you have is enough, and and it's okay. And so, and it's, I just want to get that message out there that sewing for well-being is the most important thing. So then I know, thank you very much, Kim. So it has been an amazing journey, in all honesty, and it's grown a lot bigger than I ever anticipated it ever would, because my YouTube channel has 2.2 million views on it, which is just incredible. And I think TikTok's on something like 1.8 now, which is just which is also incredible. And yeah, so we decided to do our quilt show, partner with great charities, do lots of completely free Zoom sewing days. And so our website, although I set it up in March last year initially with a closed group, our website went live in June last year. So yes, a year yesterday. It was a year old yesterday, which is just just incredible. And yeah, and I actually only started doing TikTok in January as well. I've been doing the live streams only about like once a month since April, May last year, I think. April, May last year. But I absolutely love it. So yeah, so there you go. That's why I decided to set up what I did, because I just lost the plot and the attitude, because it doesn't need to be like that. Sewing is very much for your well-being, and it's not about perfection at all, because life isn't perfect, and it's about enjoying it and just enjoy the process of it, and also encouraging each other, and not feeling that you're going to go along to like a regional day, or you're going to go along to an exhibition, and they're going to go, oh no, don't should be showing your quilts to anybody, Rachel. And it's just like it's really not nice. And so my team and I, we are literally really kind of battling against that, because something better come for you rather than reading it. Thank you so much. I mean, to be honest, if you go onto our website, you go to meet the team, and you read about me, you don't actually hear this whole story. The only time you'll hear my whole story is when you hear, because I do a lot of talks now, and I do a lot of talks from the stage. And in fact, Tiana, who's currently over on YouTube, she's heard my talk. And so yeah, so I do talks about sewing for well-being, and I take along the quilts that I've made, because the ones that I've made, they've got stories behind them, and I quilt for a reason. I definitely quilt for my well-being, and also something, when you make quilts, sometimes you make it for a reason. Like, it might be a memory quilt, or it might be fabric from like you've been on the travels, and it's been like that. And so it's a lovely creative thing to get into. And yeah, so now I get asked to go and open quilt shows, to go and give talks on the stage, to give out prizes, and it's just incredible. It really is. And of course, we've got our very first quilt show in September at the Brighton Racecourse on the 5th and 6th of September. And that's just going to be amazing. We're all so excited about it. So we just need you guys to come along and support us. Please come if you can and support us, because it's just going to be wonderful, because we're working really, really hard to make it such an amazing event, and we have got some incredible suppliers coming. And so yeah, there you go. That's if you've got any questions, if you've got any questions about anything I've said, please ask, because I always say, whenever I give my Sewing for Wellbeing talk, I always say, does anybody have any questions? Very happy to answer that. Yeah, so it's just been an incredible journey, really. It really has. I never ever thought I would be a TikToker and a YouTuber, that's for sure. Thank you so much, me. Yeah, and I love it. I love chatting to you guys, because obviously, I'm always just sewing, because obviously I'm during the day I'm caring for my daughter, and when I finish live streaming, she's doing her gaming as well, so I'll just go in and see her and see what I need to do. And so I just sit here and chat to you guys, really, when I'm not filming, because of course now I do a lot of traveling, doing filming for my YouTube channel. Ah, yeah, you're very welcome, Kim. No, I'm very open and always honest about it, and it, it does. And the thing is, when you're a carer, it like doing something, some kind of craft, and even when you've got a difference as well, it stops you worrying about things, stops you taking, going down rabbit holes, thinking, oh, what about this and what about that, and um, so doing any kind of sewing is great. Any kind of craft really, and that's what we're all about. As much as we're the So Happy Quilters Association, we are all about needlecraft, and we very much welcome um um knitters and crocheters. And in fact, on our website, if you go to our website and have a good look at it, we've got, and also sign up for our free membership, because I do spend ages writing those newsletters, and we've got a really great directory. Oh, Chirpy, oh no, oh, too busy talking. I just need to trim this. We'll have to wait till 10. It's slightly moved this bit. So I just got to trim that little tiny bit off. Yeah. So there you go. That's me really. And I love it. I love going to meet quilters, and I like talking to them and saying that what you do is enough, how you sew is enough, what you've got is enough. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dale. You look forward to my large digital operation and something lovely to watch. I love that so much. And it makes my day. Honestly, you do not believe it. You guys do not believe it. That because we've had an interesting ride, shall we say, since the beginning of setting it up, because there are a lot of perception out there that quilting has to be perfect, and they don't like what we're saying, and life isn't like that. And so every time I get a new follower, and every time there's a new person that signs up as a member, and and all the emails that we get, because we do get some incredible emails, and so it literally just brings joy to my heart. It really, really does. Oh, look at that, discussing the So Happy Quilters movement. That's what the AI summary has picked up on. Yeah, and it's nice. It's really, really nice. Is there anybody else got any other questions? Here comes CCF5. And I think it's great, isn't it, to be connected to people right across the world. And that's why we've partnered with some really great charities as well, because one thing that I really wanted to do was to partner with charities that are nothing to do with sewing. And so we kind of bring them to us and us to them, and you bring out different communities to each other. And that's what it's about. It's about being inclusive and welcoming and warm, and enjoy, and just enjoying your craft really, no matter who you are, what you are. And you've learned so much, even though you might not have done it. That's amazing. Thank you, Dale. Thank you. But yeah, so yesterday was a bit of a momentous occasion, because it turned our party, we don't have a party, our website turned a whole year old. And that was like a interesting, you love Patrick quilting, Tony quilting. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? It is great, isn't it, Kim? It really, really is. It's a great thing to be involved in. And yeah, so when we have our quilt show in September, we're very much about being inclusive to everyone, making everyone feel comfortable, and just having fun as well. I mean, that's the most important thing. There's nothing, just have fun with what you're doing, and just just know that you've made something. You'll be like, yeah, that's great, that's great. So yeah, there you go. Should we get a sip of my tea? I've got your thing written down. Mm, mm, mm. It's quite funny actually, because some people say to me, "Do I?" Because obviously I'm probably busier now than I ever have been in my entire life. I reckon. I really do. But it's great because I love it. I just don't feel like I'm busy, because it's wonderful. But a lot of people say to me, "Yeah, do I miss floristry? Do I miss the brides?" No, absolutely not. I mean, it was a great time. It was a great time being a florist for 12 years. But brides can be pretty stressful, and that's stories I could talk about forever. That is for sure. But no, sewing is what I love now. And hello, April. Welcome to you, April. Oh, so you had to Tiana. What have you said, my lovely? You're burger to provide what the dog hotties and you don't know. Oh, oh no, Tiana. That quite sounds quite sad. I did get your photos, by the way, just so you know. I did get your doggy and quilt pictures. So I'm gonna get those put up. Hopefully, gonna do that tomorrow. I will let you know. Because yeah, so this is the other thing, guys, as well. So if you've got any pictures of like photos of your dogs, that even cats, that are on any of your quilts or sewn items like cushions, stuff like that, make sure you email them into us because on our website we've got our gallery and we've got the professionals of the SHQA and the professionals of the SHQA. And currently the pussycats are winning because there's more pussycat pictures on our website than there are doggos. So I did put a little call out and just say, if anybody's got any pictures, do let me know. Send them over because you can on our website. There's a contact button, and also our actual email address is there as well, so you can email him, and then we'll get them put on the website because that'd be quite cute. Did you send a few over, Tiana? I saw the email and I didn't actually look closely at them. Right, so how are we doing? What are we doing? We're actually doing quite well. Look, so you see that now. There's another. I've done another corner, and that's how it's looking on the back. And I remember I said I left the selvage edge there because I decided I want to leave that so you can see what the make of the fabric is. But it's looking very pretty. I don't know what that's doing there. So I've done one whole row. Now I'm coming down this side, so I might have to shuffle it in a minute. And then it might need one last iron. I will hang it up, but it needs one last iron. Now we completely missed Chirpy Chirpy, didn't we? Because we were just busy chatting away. So we'll do Chirpy. We'll do Chirpy at 10, I promise. You might have to remind me though, people. You might have to remind me. To let me know about Chirpy Chirpy. Where's my needle gone? There it is. There it is. Yes, so what is you're probably wondering what is here comes science and maths walking in. I've very nearly finished the quilt, science and maths. Look, I'm literally putting the binding onto it. You're probably wondering what is next. What is next for the SHQA? What is next? Well, what is next is most definitely still sponsoring some amazing, incredible quilt shows. And also really doing lots with our junior quilters. That's something I'd really, really love to get more into. We have started it. We just got to build up our patterns and stuff like that for the kiddos, and also build up our YouTube channel as well, because that's another thing that I'm in the process of doing, is doing that. So I'm always thinking about what is next for us and developing it, and also making our quilt museum bigger. That's another thing I'd like to do as well, make our collection more detailed, all the bits and bobs of the process of the quilts. And let me just see who else is joining us. Is that 131 JW 1357? Love that load of numbers on your username. Yeah, and of course maybe do a few more. Hello, there is lovely LA81. How are you, 81? Are you good? And Barbara Sparkle's also come walking in. That's not there's not enough hours in the day. Oh, tell me about it, Kim. Honestly, there is not. Honestly, there is not. But you know, I'm really good, and I suppose this does come from the fact that I'm a carer for my daughter. That I'm very, very good in scheduling, and I do stick to my schedules as well. I do. I've been very good, thank you, 81. I'm just finishing off my quilt at the moment. Look, I'm just putting the binding on it around here and just talking all about the So Happy Quilters Association. I'm being asked, why doesn't your name come up when you join? Do you mean on TikTok, Sandra? When does it come up? I can see your name. And they might, if you can't see on the wording, it could be something on your setting, because I can see yours. It could be that. You might have, like, I don't know, clicked a button to say you don't want your name to be shown. That could be, but I can see it. Hello, Stitch. Welcome to you. Thank you very much, 81. How are you? How's your studies been going? And how are your friends? Hope they're good. Out in Pakistan, isn't it? That's where you're from. Hello, Key. Is that Key? Right, gonna keep on putting this round. This is a very traditional British quilt, just so you know, 81. It very much is. I'm actually loving it. I do love this one. I'm always thinking something. But yes, so I'm very hi Dale. Ah, there you go. Can you now see each other? Hopefully you can see each other. Hello Manuela, welcome to you. What was we saying? Yeah, so I'm very good at scheduling things, you see, Kim, and I do stick to it. I mean, sometimes I will divert from it, but that's why I can pack a lot in. My friends always say to me, "When do you sleep, Rachel?" I very much do. I think the best question that I've ever had was when I went to I was at a show, I was at a quilt show. This little girl, she said to me, she said, "Where are you going next?" I love that question. I love that question. So if you ever see me out and about, say to me, "Where are you going next?" Because that's one of my favourite ones. So 81, having a beautiful, great. I've got my photos. Uh, Oh, I'm reading it back to front. We love chatting about your streams. Oh, do you? That's amazing. That's amazing, 81. I'm so happy you love that. Talking about my streams. Studying's rough. Oh, I hope it works out. 2 months to go. Your friends are very good too. Trying to sleep. They're trying to sleep right now. Oh, oh dear. Are we keeping them awake then? Oh, you'll get there. Only 2 months to go. Is that it all finished then with your study in 81, or is that not, not you got more to do? Is it just a break? Is it just a summer break? You have to let me know. Ah. So can you see your word in now, Sandra? Can you see it on there? Hopefully you can. Just in case it confused you, I do actually have two screens. So I have my TikTok screen and then my YouTube screen, and my YouTube and all the other screens. And so I've got like two streams of conversations going, which is quite good fun. I must admit, it is quite good fun. Hello, who's that at the bottom? Dana. Hello, Dana. Yeah, so if you've got any, oh, look at that. A quilter shares her craft and the SHQA's journey. Yeah, I know. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how it grows as well. Yeah, because also the other thing as well, Kim, is that we have become the UK's largest quilting association with the amount of members and followers that we've got, which is just incredible. And I feel very honoured. I very much do. You can when you write, but when I start watching, it doesn't come up. Oh, don't know then, Sandra. It must be don't know, maybe it's a setting. I don't know. But yeah, the fabric is really beautiful, isn't it? 81. I really love this. So actually this is actually Liberty fabric. It's really special fabric because it's limited edition. And this quilt is going to go into my TikTok shop, just so you know. If you want, when I put it up, I will let you know when it's in there. I've got to like work out what I'm going to put it up for, but it will be in there. Your entry test ends in 2 months. After we wait a minute and there should be more free to watch things and fake. So exciting. I love that. I love that. And if it ends in 2 months, 81, then you could actually catch a plane and come over to our quilt show. Come to Brighton. Come and see our quilt show because it's going to be incredible. It's a whole quilt show that me and my team are organising. Where do I source the fabrics? So various places, really. 81. I mean, I really love the one where the place in London that do the fabric. That I love there. But also, to be honest, mostly at quilt shows because I love being able to feel the fabric. Because sometimes, you can get fabrics online, but they're not always like, it looks really nice, but when it turns up, you're a bit disappointed. But then if you go to a quilt show and you buy the fabric that you like, and then like the make that you like, then you always know it's going to be like that. So then you can get some online. But what is super exciting, I don't know, you might have missed this bit, 81, actually, that thank you very much, Kim. You might have missed actually that we're actually gonna have our own fabric printed. We are in July. We're gonna have our own fabric printed. I'm so excited. It's gonna have our logo on it. It's gonna have our mouse on it. I'm like, oh my goodness me. And it is for our quilt shows. So we're gonna do bags. we're gonna do tote bags for that. And Kim, congratulations, that it's such an achievement. It is a huge achievement, actually, Kim. Honestly, I am I am very much like, sometimes I'm like, whoo, because I was like a little florist for all these years, and then I just thought I can't stand this attitude, so I'm just going to change it. She's got in those hind legs. It's caused so much pain. Oh no, Tiana. Oh, we go. Ah. It had to make a soon ago. I dread the day. Oh, it's really sad, isn't it? When you have pets that you have to make that decision on. Oh dear. In fabric is very exciting. Yes, hopefully you will. What's saying yes from Little Acorns? I know, absolutely, and yeah, absolutely is, and just mad thoughts. When I said to my husband, I'm just done. I said to him, I'm just done with this attitude. I just want to create something that doesn't exist. And he's like, well, let's do it then. Let's just do it. So we did. And but when sometimes some of my ideas, he goes, oh my goodness, what do we do now? Like when we're doing the quilt shows, like, what are we doing now? And we're formulating plans for something really, really exciting next year, which I cannot tell you guys yet, unfortunately, because it's going to be huge. And it's going to be really, really exciting. And he's like, oh, but it's great. It is great. Hello, Ika. Welcome to you. But yeah, so you never know. You never know. 81. Our fabric may well be in our TikTok shop or in our SHQA shop. It will be in both of them, so you can have a look. Look for it. I'm actually going to go. This is what I'm so excited about. I think this is why I love what I'm doing now, because I'm just meeting some incredible people and going to some incredible places. And I'm actually touching my little unpicker. I'm actually going to where they're going to print it. I'm actually going to go and watch them print it. I'm like, woo! I'm hoping tomorrow I will know when I'm going. I just stitched that a little bit too close, that one, which is not a problem because I can just unpick it there. I'm actually jumping ahead a bit as well. You can go. Right, you should be fine. Okay. Hello. It's good, Hubby, for interesting what you do. Most of Oh no, he is. He does have his own. My husband does have his own business though, actually, Sandra. But he's now like working in my business as well. So he's technically got two businesses to work on. But no, he's loving it as well, actually. Which is really, really great. And yeah, having great fun. I think that's the most important thing, isn't it, really? Working together and having fun. Oh, we got the TikTok. We got the TikTok game. Hang on a minute. Let me just get hold on a minute. It is. Oh, there we go. It was the beach. People, TikTok people. It was the beach. Got the game. So what happens? We'll just tell the YouTubers and the others. What happens is that on TikTok, they like to know I'm still here, and so they put up like a little puzzle game for me to play. And today it was the beach, which is quite nice. And so I confirmed that I am definitely still here, and I won the game. It doesn't always happen. It didn't happen last night, did it? It definitely did not happen last night. So cool. It'd be interesting to see the process yourself. Can't wait to hear about it. I know. I'm really excited. 81. I literally. I'm going to film it. I'm actually going to film it for my YouTube channel. So if you haven't already, well, I'm sure you haven't subscribed. If you haven't already subscribed, then please do, because it's going to come up on that. I don't know when that will be up, because we're not. I think we're going early July. I think. I should find out tomorrow. No, yeah, it didn't happen last night, did it, Dale? It didn't. Hello, Foxy. Welcome to you. It did not happen last night. We did not get any TikToky games. They obviously decided it tonight. They think, okay, let's give her a game to play. I'm winning the game. Thank you, 81. I won the game. I've been a long-term subscriber. Oh, that's good. Oh, I love that. I love that. That's amazing. Thank you so much for being a long time subscriber. Yeah, so it's I've just knotted this up. Why has it done that for? Why are you doing that? There we go. Get some more. We are doing really well, actually. So Kim, you are going to go make a cup of tea. Hello, Ellen. How are you, my lovely? Are you good? Have you had a good Sunday? Hello, George. Welcome to you. So I'm just finishing off my quilt. I'm literally just doing the binding around. We're actually coming to another corner, which is exciting. So yes, I'm very good. Thank you, Ellen. I'm very good. I've had a lovely Sunday. I went to a little quilt show today that was in a little village hall, and they had some really pretty flowers there, actually. I was quite impressed with the flowers. They did all these arrangements on the tables, which was really, really cute in the little cafe. Very impressed with that. And some nice quilts. So yeah, so if you're just joining me now or watching now and you haven't followed me before, please do. And yes, thank you. No, it was very nice, thank you. Yeah, so please make sure you follow us, and if you want to share my live, you're very welcome to. And also, if you want if you got any questions you want to ask about sewing, I'm happy to answer them, or anything, really happy to answer with if I can. And also, again, if you're on any of the other social media platforms as well, then please send in a comment, because I can see the comments. So I'm going to carry on. Just realised I think my cotton's a bit too long. I'm literally almost like going out the window with it. There we go. It's quite nice, this one. It's quite oh, someone's talking about me, my ear being itchy. It's quite like a thick cotton. It's not like the one that you would put through sewing machine, because this is a quilting cotton. So how did my blouse turn out? Oh, I haven't done any more on it yet, Sandra. Literally what you saw last night is how far I've got to. So I have just cut the pattern out, and then actually what I was going to do when well, we kind of like got distracted, didn't we? But what I was going to do was go and choose the mock-up fabric to make one. So yes, I have not got that far yet. I'm just seeing how far we've got to do. We're coming to another corner, so we're getting. So how many corners have we done so far? Are we on 3 or are we on 4? Because that would give me some idea as to how we are doing on finishing this quilt up. I'm really happy how this has come out, actually. I just realised. Oh no, you're good. I just realised actually that I didn't have much charge on my phone earlier, and I never plugged it in when I got into here. You guys are fine, so I think it's all right, because I'm not draining it doing taking photos and videos and such like. Let's see. Hello, Tia. Hello, TA. Welcome to you. Hello, Bernie. Welcome to you. I'm just going to shuffle it down and just carry on doing this one. Yeah. So 2 of my quilts I finished. The blue and yellow one, which is in that fabric yellow there, that one, and also the grandma's flower one. Both of those are going to get long armed, and I'm really I'm really excited about that. They're going to be long armed in August, so I don't think they'll be ready for my quilt show. I mean, it's possible if I ask her, but I don't think they will. But yeah, I mean, I do love it when I go to have them. No, I could take them to be long armed, and when I go back and pick them up, that's what's quite exciting. It's like seeing your quilt all over again. You're like, oh, that looks so good. Hello, Paula. Welcome to you. Hope you're good. Right, so now I'm getting to this corner. This is a little bit tight. I think we should be able to work that one out. We'll get as close as we can. It's looking good though, isn't it? Don't you think? Look, you can see there. Look how cool it's looking. And then that's the back, and that's where the selvage edge is. So you could see. I decided to leave that on so you could see the fabric of it. I'm just checking what we've got. Okay, checking I haven't missed any questions at all. So yes, I'm just doing a little running stitch going across. If you're just joining now and wondering how I'm doing it, it's looking really beautiful, isn't it? Hello, Kerry, welcome to you. I'm really chuffed. Now let's, oh, hang on. No, we've got one more length to do and then 1/2. That's what we've got. I really would like to get this finished tonight. Let's see if we can get this finished. Now, what is going on here? I might have to unpick that a little bit. Right, I'm going to pop the pin back in there so I don't lose it. Get my unpicker. This one, I've gone slightly too close into the corner. You know, I said about leaving that little, the little edge, the little corner, the little hole. So you can move it. That's what I have done it, but I haven't gone enough. That's the thing. Let's see if we could get you. Can we get you? It's the tiniest little stitch, which is quite annoying. Why aren't you coming? Oh, can I get it? Oh, I can see. I can see. Like, where are you? Where are you, little tiny stitch? Just need you gone. Ah, there we are. I've done it. I did it. And what I did was I stitched in one direction, and then when I went the other way, I've like crossed over, so you haven't got that. You know, I said about having that teeny tiny hole to be able to flip it over. That's what I didn't have. And now it's going beautifully over, which is good. There we go. There we go. And now I'll get more of my drink in a minute. You know. Afraid I'd make a mistake. Oh no, it's all good. There are no mistakes here, Dale. They are all recoverable. They're all just design techniques. They're all definitely recoverable. I've done this so many times. Put that there, pop that there. And I'm going to flap this over. And to there. Flap that over to there. There we go. There's my little corner. I'm going to put a little clip in it so I don't stop it. There we go. I don't, not stop it. I don't lose it. That's the word I should say. Yes, they did have, I was talking about the quilt show today. So they had some books. They did have some books. They definitely had some books. They had some, not only just books, they had magazines and other things. Susan got a book. I was looking for a history book because obviously my little bookshelf that's over here. I do love a good history book, a good quilting history book, but they didn't have any, sadly. And I actually didn't come away with one. They were only £1, so they weren't a lot, but I didn't see one. I didn't see one that jumped out at me that made me think, oh, I need to get that one. Right, we're going to move it around now this way. Oh dear, if your screen just went wobbling, if you felt like you were at sea for a minute, that's because the quilt just caught it. It wasn't me, it was a quilt. All right, I'm gonna follow my. We are going to carry on down there. It's looking really good. I actually can't wait. I can't wait to see it up. So we haven't done. Oh no, we haven't done much tonight, have we? But no, we have finished. We are finishing the patchwork across his quilt. That is what we're doing. And the lovely Liberty fabric. And these blocks have literally been stitched everywhere. Books, I know they were. I know you know who they are. Oh, you got to send over one of your cat photos. Oh, please do, Tiana. Please do send over some of your cat photos. Yes, that would be quite incredible. We'll get those up on there. I might do a little. Maybe we'll do a little shout out in the next thing. I'm just like holding it flat, just to make it get a bit flatter. There we go. We are. Oh, we've got one more length to go. One more length to go. We're at 9:30. We're doing well. We are doing well. I'm very happy. I'm determined to get this finished now. I keep thinking, should we stop and then finish it tomorrow? And I'm thinking, no, I want to get it finished. So you're just gonna have to bear with me while we finish this. So you see what I mean though. If I'd done this on the sewing machine in a blanket stitch, then literally would have been done ages ago, because it would have just been like whipped it round. But that was not a mouse, by the way, that was something on the floor. But I don't want to do that, because I just think it has a much nicer a nicer look for me anyway on my quilts. Oh, what sort of photo of the cats? So on my website, Dale, in the gallery, if you go and have a look in the gallery, there is an album that is called the Professionals, Purr, Professionals of the SHQA, and the Professionals of the SHQA. And so those are like cats on quilts, or cats on sewing stuff, cats on a sewing machine, cats on a, your sewing box, playing with your cotton reel, anything like that, really. Anything to do with sewing or needlecraft would be really, really great. Or on a blanket, a knitted blanket, anything like that. And then if you want to send it over to us, email it to us, then we put it on our gallery, because currently, if you saw so I put the video went up yesterday of the first year of our website. If currently the cats are winning, because there's more videos, there's more photos of the cats than there is of doggos. And so Tiana is saying that she's going to send over some of our cat pictures as well. That's what we need. And make those albums bigger from all of those doggos and those cats. I'm going to move it up to there. It's doing well though, isn't it? Look, we are very, very much doing well. There we go. Hello, Romeo. Welcome to you. Hope you are good. Hope you had a good Sunday. So what's your plan? What's your plans for the week, guys? What are you planning on doing? Got anything exciting coming up, or just a general week of work and sewing? How about that? That's quite nice. Work and sewing one. Hello, Sharon. Welcome to you. So we got one more quarter to go, and then we just got to get to the half, and then we're done. I reckon we've got one length to do now, and then it's finished. And then we can go and hang it up and just think, have I got clips? 1, 2, 3, 4. Could maybe get one from there. Okay. I can see 4. I can see 4 clips. I need to get some more clips, so I can clip it up. Sewing and hospital appointments. I hope that goes well for you. At least you're back to your sewing now. Have you done much on your grandma's flowers, Dale? How are they coming on? I know last time we were chatting about it, you were putting them back together. I was thinking I was gonna show you how to do the hand sewn what are they called? Half log cabin blocks. I'm going to show you how to do those, because that's all hand sewn, and that's really, really nice. And my cotton has decided to have a bit of a funny look. That's what it's doing. Mostly weak, it's mainly chill, but your mum is busy working desk work on her new project. Oh my goodness me. What is the new project? We're not allowed to know. Let us know what the new project is. I'm just going to have to try and rescue this cotton that is just, look at that. Oh my goodness me. Okay, I've got another one. If this one's not going to play ball, it's got stuck. Oh, there we are. I've done it. Not for a couple of days. Hello, Sheila. Welcome to you. Right. I was just looking and thinking, have I got any more? Yeah. So when I was like changing this room over from my floristry to sewing, this section here, that one, that's the very first one that I got, and I actually came across the photo of that the other day. I was like, oh, I remember that. That was way back in, what was that, 2022? Yeah, 2022. Yeah. Because I used to have all my floristry books up on there, you see, I mean, technically that bit there wasn't there, because that was over here, and it was all like a different layout. And I So yes, I have my floristry books up on there. Nice, I love my floristry books. I did actually keep a few of them, incidentally. Talking about books. Right, let's carry on. Let's carry on, people. We are doing really well. We are here, and I think we're nearly at another corner as well now, which is very, very exciting. You love seeing my threads. I'm going to have to live until I'm about 456, though, Dale, to be able to use them all, because there's a lot of them. There definitely is a lot of them. And I just realised that when I've just pulled that one out, there was actually another one behind it. Didn't actually realise that. Because a lot of them came. That one with the quilting cotton, they came with the cottons in it. It's only the one that's over there, which is a sole thread. That one we had to hunt those down, but the rest of it actually came with the cotton in it. I'm just gonna do this. Oh, hang on. There we go. We are nearly there, people. Yes, if you've got any questions, keep me entertained, please do. Ask a sewing question, and I'll do my best to answer it. And if you haven't followed me before, then please follow, because that helps us as well. It helps us to grow, helps us to support more people by the charity work that we do. I'm just going to do a stitch in there. So we're coming up to another corner now. Look, there's the other corner right there, and then there's only like a half to go down, and then it's done. Woohoo! So how long has it taken? I didn't actually time it. I think we started. Did I start at 8? Did I start hand quitting at 8? Right. Let's see who is joining us now. If you've got any questions, just having a little look over on on our other social media platforms. Hello, Carrie Ann. Here comes Carrie Ann. How are you this evening? Are you good? Have you had a good Sunday? So I don't know what this week. When you go to a local fabric factory, they have a shop and threads, and you end up buying one. Ah, local fabric factory. Very nice. It's nice to get some. It's nice to get some like outlet stuff, isn't it? You feel like you're getting a bit of a bargain when you get an outlet. Oh my goodness, this is that. Well, see that one's absolutely fine, because I stitched that one right, which is good. I'm just going to shuffle that up. Hello, there's Angela. Hello, Angela. Welcome to you this evening on this lovely Sunday night. And thank you also for spending your time with me when you could be watching the football. Because the World Cup's on, isn't it, at the moment? I was discussing that with my husband earlier, actually. I think he was saying there's one on at like 3 a.m. or something because of the time scale. Is it like the British ones are really weird times? Yeah. That won't be me. I will not be getting up that early to go and watch it. Even if England was playing, I don't think I would get up that early. If it's an okay time, then maybe, I'd watch it till like midnight, but no. I mean, I love when they're playing the football. I love the penalty shootouts. That's my favourite bit. So you could just like, I'd be happy just to sew and then just give me a shout. Give me a shout when they're doing the penalty shootouts, because that's the bit I find the most exciting. So I don't know if you guys are going to watch it, or if you love watching the football. I know how lovely Lottie does. Lottie definitely likes watching the football. If you're still there, my Lottie, lovely Lottie. Thank you so much for following me, Medina. Thank you so much. Where are you from? Just trying to see if you've got 2 flags. Where are you from then? Where your 2 flag situation? Maybe I should have 2 flags. I could have a British flag and then an Italian flag. That would like represent me, I think. Now we're coming to the next corner now. So that hasn't been too bad, has it really? To get to the next corner. And then we are nearly done, which is very, very exciting. Originally from Mauritius, and now you live in London. Ah, I love that. Is it Medina? I'm trying to think. Yes, it is Medina. Oh, I love that, Medina. Hello, Eva. Welcome to you. Ah, do you get to go back to Mauritius very much? I bet you prefer your weather over there, though, don't you? Hello, Eva. How are you? Hello, Eva. Yes, I bet you much prefer your weather over there. Have you got used to our good old British weather? Thank you very much for sending me a heart. Hello, Alina. Welcome to you. Yes, if you're just joining now, you wonder what I'm doing. I'm actually putting binding on a quilt. So this is a quilt that I've been making. I've practically done the whole quilt whilst I've been live on a live stream, whether that was on YouTube or TikTok or anything else. And so it's nearly coming to an end. If you go once a year, I know I'm very good. Thank you, Medina. I'm just literally, I've had a nice day today. I've been out to a little quilt show in a little village hall today with my good friend Susan. And I'm just edging a quilt. I'm putting the binding on a quilt. You have two flags as well. Your dad was in Yugoslavia. Yes, you can have two flags. You can have the Yugoslavian and then the British flag. Oh, that'd be cute. Are your flags, are both your flags from Mauritius then? Is that where they're from, Medina? Hello, Amy, or Amy. Two Amy's. Right. So then we're on the last corner. Can you believe it? We've actually come to the last corner. So again, I'm going to do what I did before. This one's absolutely fine because there is no, thank you so much for admiring my skills. There is no problem with this one. So most of this quilt, I'd say 95% of this quilt I've hand sewn, Medina, just to get you up to speed if you're just joining us now on TikTok. And if anybody else is watching on the other, so I'm live streaming as well to YouTube at the same time, and my other social media platforms, so you can find me on those. But yes, so I've done 95% of this quilt is hand sewn, and I'm nearly finished. So you're actually joining at the right time. So I'm going to be hanging it up in a minute. That is the plan. I'm going to hang it up on my design wall and then decide when I'm going to get it in the TikTok shop, because it is going to go in my TikTok shop, and I will let you guys know when it goes in there. Right, so let me just oh my goodness. I don't want to move the screen. So look, that's how much. Can you see that? That's how much we got to go. Not much to go. Like, woohoo! I think I need a sip of my tea. Just hold on a minute. I love a cup of tea. Are you getting used to our tea, Medina? Do you like our British tea? I am a big tea drinker. I do love a coffee as well, but mostly a tea. I've lost my clip. Where's it? Oh, there it is. I'm thinking, where is it? Hello, Mary. Welcome to you. Well done. I know. No, I know. Look. This is the bit when this is what I do. Because when I'm on what I call the last legs of the quilt, and I'll get my clips, and then I'll put them in. So then I know that this is the only bit I've got to go. And you're like, yes, there's not much to go. I've really got to fill my quilter's clip pot up because it is literally running out. I don't know where they are. It's because I give them, and people come and do my workshops here. I run out. So oh yeah, so my name is Rachel, and it's full time. You drink tea Mauritius with milk. That's amazing. Yeah, so my name is Rachel, and I am the CEO and founder of the So Happy Quilters Association. And in our bio is our website. So if you want to go and have a look, and our membership's completely free, you're very welcome to go and have a look. And I have a YouTube channel as well. So I'm actually live streaming to my YouTube channel at the same time right now. So people on there can see. And yeah, so that is me. And I'm usually nice to meet you too, Medina. I'm usually live streaming in the evening. So tomorrow I will be live streaming again between 7:30 and 10:00, 7:30, 10:30, something like that. Just depends on how my day goes, really. And I do a lot of traveling because I film for my YouTube channel. So next week after, I will be traveling, so you'll see me in my travels as well. Because I have the love of English tea, it's like you can't stand your husband's Moroccan tea. Oh, I don't think I've ever had Moroccan tea. I don't think I have. Is it quite bitter then, or is it quite? No, it's not. Is it quite like flowery? Do you know what I mean? Like flowery. You can't wait to see it's finished. Oh, Tiana, when we're getting there, I'm going to hang it up on the wall. That's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to need one more little bit of cotton to go. It's mainly mint. Oh, and Lottie has lemonade with lemons. I love that, lemonade with lemons. Are you watching the football, Lottie? I was just talking about you earlier. You might not have heard me. So it's mainly mint tea, is it? I have had some mint tea before. I mean, like when you've got a bad cold, you can have mint tea, can't you? Because it's quite good for helping you. I think that's when I had mint tea. I've just realised I've literally been swapping needles every single time. I've got my little needle cushion to the right, and sometimes I'm getting the needle on the left, and sometimes I'm getting the needle on the right. I think that's why I'm a little bit slow with this needle, because it's a little bit thicker. Do you do any craft, Medina, up in the wonderful world of London? I love going up there. Actually, the shop that this fabric came from is in London, on your YouTube. Ah, I love that, Lottie. Just chilling. I'm a queen. Sound nice. I used to have that. Ah, it's nice, isn't it? Very nice to be having little chit chats whilst we're sewing. We are getting there. So, Tiana, funny you should say that. You're currently working on a hen quilt. That's really funny. I actually saw. Hello, Amber. Hello, Amber. How are you? I actually saw a quilt today with hens on it. They were in their coop. It was really, really cute. It was really cute. I'm going to get those pictures up on our gallery at some point. Honestly, I said to Susan, I do love the funny quilts. That's what I really do. And Amber, hi, kept driving for long. We thought we'd say hi. Oh, well, thank you for stopping by, Amber, and saying hello. And Medina loves art painting. You haven't done it for a while because you're doing a bit of bead braces. Ah, how nice is that? I bet that's I bet they're very pretty bead bracelet. I've never had I've got this bracelet, my pearl bracelet, but I've never had a bead bracelet. I'm very good, thank you, Amber. I've been busy, as you can imagine. Busy making my quilts, busy going to quilt shows, busy filming my YouTube channel, yeah, and about to start writing my newsletter again. That's what I'm gonna be doing. But I hope you're good as well. And thank you for stopping by. I definitely do appreciate that. And you guys stop by and say hello. I can't wait to see your Tiana. I can't wait to see your hen quilt. When you finish that, send me a photo of that as well, because we can put that in our members gallery as well, because we've got our members gallery. Thank you so much for liking my live. You will not believe this, but we are nearly there. Look, so this is why I like, remember I said I like pinning that. I like clipping those, because I know every time I take one off, we're getting closer to the end. We're like, whoa, we're nearly done. We're nearly done. I wonder whether we're gonna get this done just before chirpy time. So Medina, you probably don't know anything about this. So in my sewing room here, I have a cuckoo clock. He's called Chirpy, and he chirps every hour on the hour. Well, nearly on the hour, 1 minute too. He's a bit fast. And we're going to go and see him at 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, hopefully. That's the plan. we're going to put this up on my design wall, and then we're going to stand back and admire it, and we're going to take a bow. I'm looking forward to seeing how this pans out. Yes, so I think when did we start? I mean, even some of these were even stitched in when I went to Arizona and California. That's where some of those were stitched. And yeah, it's been great fun making this quilt. We are nearly there. You're all like eagerly anticipating, aren't you? Who's that come popping in at the bottom? And that look like a Mickey. There's a Mickey, and I think there might have been a Barbara that's popped in at the bottom. Trying to get off these little tiny bits of cotton that is on it. Chubby's so sweet, I know. Chubby comes in lots of colours, just so you know, Tiana. Obviously, I've got a pink one, the pink and the purple one, but he comes in lots of colours. And hello Morgan, welcome to you. And you can, and I put patchwork on mine. I put patchwork on the roof of mine, and I gave him a little bunting, and he's got a little hat. And I was thinking that maybe I need to make a bit more patchwork for him for his sides. Maybe like in a different pattern. That's what I was thinking. Hello Kay, welcome. Look how much to go. We're nearly there. But look, this is what I'm going to be like really annoyed with, because if I get to there and I need to get more cotton just for the tiny last bit, it's going to be very, very annoying. I'm like, no, I can't. You can't get more cotton. Right, the last one is off, people. The last one is off. Look at that. Tiny bit. 2 stitch on. So this is the binding. So if you're just joining now and you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm literally just putting the binding on the quilt. And we're nearly, it's going to be literally tiniest bit of cotton. I think I've got enough. Woo! I've just got enough to put the knot in. I can't believe this, honestly. That was very, very jammy. Very, very jammy. Just going to do one more for luck. That's what I always think. I've done a couple, then I think, no, I'm going to do another one. Just one more for luck. Right, let's get my little snippers. Snip that off. There's a bit of cotton there. And it's done. It's actually done. Woohoo! It's done, people. It's done. Oh, you found me, Jessica. You coming at the right time, Jessica. Hello, Rose, because I have finished my quilt. I've literally done all the binding, and now I know, yay! Let's go and hang it up. And what time is it? Oh, it's 10 to. I think we're good. I do think we're good. Now I'm gonna unplug you guys. I'm gonna make you go higher. There we go. Right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take Alex's one down, and then we're going to put it. So we're going to take this one down, and then we're going to put it up here. Amazing. Right. Let's see. We take Alex's one down, and we put the other one back up. Yeah. So Jessica, if you go looking live and you can't find me, then go and check on my YouTube channel, because you might be able to find it on there. Right. So let me make sure I've got the right end. Here we go. So this is the top. Oh my goodness me. The edging looks so beautiful. I'm very, very, very happy. Voila. It is done. It is done. It is finished. Woohoo. It is finished. My lovely my lovely, how long did this one take? How long does this quilt take me? So all in, this quilt's taken me 50 hours, 50 hours of hand sewing. That's how long it's taken me to do it. Yeah, and it's really, if I'm going to make it go a bit straighter. It might, can you see it better like that? Maybe. Kind of. Is that better? There you go. You can see it better like that. You guys can see it, and you guys can see it. Yeah, so I'm really, really happy. really happy, and I'm really happy that I've done the same edging over here, like as the sashing of it. So essentially, it's, if you haven't seen it before, it's these are, they're all individually stitched, and then they are appliqued onto this backing, and then I did all these blocks that I then sashed together, and then you've got the wadding. You've always got wadding in there as well, and then you've got that. That is the backing. Oh, and there is a random clip. That is the backing, and it's all Liberty fabric. It is all really, really special because it's actually the Bridgerton fabric. That's why it's so special, because they did a special collaboration with who did Bridgerton. Da, da, da. So yeah, so this, so the, it's really, I'm really, really happy. I'm gonna give it a really good iron, so it's really, really pressed well. And yeah, and we just wait because Chirpy's going to chirp any minute now. And so yes, if you've got any, thank you very much, Dale. Thank you, Tiana. Chirpy is now it's cool. Chirpy is definitely a SHQA mascot, actually, Tiana. Although, as is my little Binky the mouse, because my little mousey is on the logo, isn't she? So to make checking colouring your pirates, Lottie. Do you make them for anyone? Well, so this one is actually going to go in my TikTok shop. I am going to sell this one. I do commissions, and I do, which is actually what this is. This is actually a collaboration quilt I'm doing, and I do make them for other people. So like my friends, let's go over to Chirpy so we don't miss Chirpy, and I will tell you all about it. So my friends, so if they have, if they have like a big birthday or something like that, then there you go. Look, you can see it there. Ta-da! If they have a big birthday, then I might make something like a quilt like that, or a new home, something like that. Yeah, so I do do a lot of quilting. So look, this, if you haven't met this person before, this is Chirpy, and Chirpy is going to chime in a couple of minutes, and then I think what we'll do is I'm really happy about that quilt. It does look really lovely. Oh, thank you, Jessica. I'm happy you've come across my channel as well. So I'm live most nights, and actually on my, what I do now, because it's difficult, I can't really schedule it on TikTok, but on YouTube I put up what time I'm going to go live. So if you're wondering what time, then just go onto YouTube and just go and have a look on there, and it'll say what time I'm going to be live, because I've done tomorrow nights, and then I usually work it out about 2 days in advance what I'm doing, because I do film a lot for my YouTube channel, and obviously other bits and bobs, because I go and teach as well. So I go and teach quilters. Yes, yeah, it is. It's 10 o'clock. It is 10 o'clock here. It's 5 o'clock your time. So whereabouts are you, Jessica, again? Remind me where you are. I can't remember. Hello, Sophia. Welcome to you, Sophia. And then what we'll do is what did I say we were going to do? We're going to have a look at the other one. That's Pennsylvania. Of course, Pennsylvania. So actually, so yeah, you're not bad then, are you? So you're only 5 hours behind us. That's not actually too bad. Because I went to California back in March, and it was like 8 hours. Amish country. I'd love to go to Amish country. Honestly, Jessica, it's one of my absolute goals in life. It is absolutely one of my goals in life, because I want to go meet the Amish quilters. That's what I want to do. I suppose you do know about the Amish quilters. I suppose you probably do. And I actually do have an Amish quilt. I went to where was I? I went to Arizona back in March. I went to Arizona and California back in March, and I went to this amazing antique shopping place, and I found an Amish quilt, and it was beautiful. And actually, I've got it here, and it is from 1990, so it's like 36 years old, and it's just beautiful. But one of my absolute aims in life, my goals, is to go to Amish County. I'd love that. Hello, Poppy. Welcome to you. Hello, Raza. Welcome to you. So we're just going to hear chirpy, 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 chirping. And I've just realised that actually another 4 hours away. Just making sure. Oh, there you go. There you go. I'm just making sure you can all see. And how much it is? Lancaster, Pennsylvania is 4 hours. Yeah, so it's about here to, that's a bit of a drive. Well, actually, you Americans don't think that's a drive, but I would. I mean, that's just like, that's like an overnight stay. That's quite funny. Actually, I'm driving much further than that next Tuesday, because I go up to Liverpool, and that's about a 5 hour drive, I think, from where I am. your Dracula country. What, me? Oh no, you mean Pennsylvania? That's Dracula country. Is that what you mean? Carry on. Hello, Milan. Welcome to you. So, is that one of the quilts you brought to the Derry for the talk? No, the one that I brought to Derry for the talk, Tiana, was the one that came from Phoenix, Arizona. That came from Phoenix, Arizona. No, my Amish one, I wouldn't have got that in the suitcase. It's a bit big. And it's a bit heavy. I can show you. Well, I could try to show you. We're going there in a minute. And I will get out those other bits. We'll just let Chirpy chirp. I'm going to get a sip of my tea. Hold on a minute. He would chirp any minute now. Any minute now. He's going to chirpy chirp. I've got to put my. Remember I said about my badges. Yes, that's it, Jessica. It's a clock. Just wait. It's my cuckoo clock. He's called Chappy. By the way, do you like? So here he goes. Ah, there he is. That's my chubby. Hello, Annie. Welcome to you. You second now. Oh, yeah. So you remember I was talking about my badges. So when we make our rosettes, and where did I get him from? Well, you know what, Carrie-Anne? So I went to a garden centre and I saw him in it. I saw it. This. Can you see the make there? Can you see that? Look. No. I saw it in a garden centre, and then I didn't really like the colours that they had, so I went to have a look on, that online place that does the brown boxes with the black smiley faces on it, that one. So I basically got it from there in the different colour, and actually they come in lots of different colours, and I love the pink and the purple. But what I did was I put the bunting on it, a little cloth, and the rivetlet's quilted. Yeah, so Jessica's actually, I did that. I actually quilted it. So I put bunting on him, and I put him a hat, and I put the quilt in there, and he's got on the other side, he's also got quilted on there as well. And I am thinking that maybe I might do this bit down here, maybe a little quilty bit there. That's what I'm thinking. What do you think? So go and have a look. So that's the make. So it's Carl and then Sun. Hopefully that helps. Let's go into here. Hold on a minute. Oh my goodness me. I need to put this badge away. I've got one last badge. There we are, there we are. So this, if you haven't seen this room before, this is my other room. This is my storeroom. Where I've got all my fabric and all my wadding and all my fleeces and all my fat quarters and all my other fabrics and other bits and bobs. And I've got my this is actually quite momentous. This is like the last. So I had a whole batch of 1,000 badges, okay, and this is the very, very last one. So I'm going to keep this one because this is like quite momentous. And actually the new batch is arriving tomorrow. So I'm going to put this one up here somewhere. Where should I put it? Where should I put it? Somewhere where I can always see it. Get rid of that one. That one there. There we go. Voila. That can go there. Oh, hang on. You could go there. Amazing. Amazing. So now let's do two things. Let's prep for tomorrow. Let's do that. So if you got any other comments, any other questions, let me know, and I will see my best what I can answer. You can stay there. So I made the pattern, didn't I? Do you remember I did the pattern yesterday? There's the pattern there, look, for the top that I'm going to do. And I just need to decide what fabric I'm going to do it in, because this is not going to be the proper one. This is going to be the trial one, which we could do it tomorrow. I mean, I am anticipating lots of hot weather, so why not? I'm gonna put there. You can go there, you can go there. I'm just gonna shuffle it over. Shuffle it over. So yeah, just having a little look. So hopefully you enjoyed. Hello Freya, how are you, my lovely Freya? Are you good? So hopefully you enjoyed just hearing Chirpy. I know you're probably all now going and checking, aren't you? You're now like you're actually now buying all the Chirpies up. Right, so I'm gonna think there was one that I really liked at some point. I mean, I do like that one. And the yellow, I do like the blue. Oh, I could like the blue. What about this one? I really like this one. I think this is quilts are your favorite thing, and you want to make one so bad. Oh, Freya, I actually love that. What are you making? Quilts? I'm definitely making quilts, Freya. I'm definitely the one to follow. If you haven't followed me yet, Freya, please do. Amazing. Yeah, so actually I've literally just finished a quilt. You've literally just missed it. I've just finished a quilt. I've just hung it up on my design wall, and just choosing some of my fabrics to make. I'm actually going to make a top. I'm not a dressmaker, but I've decided I'm going to make a top. You hope that England beats Croatia. It's amazing. If you think about making wine every time you walk past the fabric in it. Oh, in Hopcroft. I know. Love a bit of that shop. Love a bit of that shop. Well, you know what? You've come to the right place, because I do lots of quilting, and I was thinking that tomorrow we could do some hand sewing of those half log cabins, because they're really fun to make. And so you could just get like some wadding and some scraps, and I can show you how to make those. So we could do that tomorrow. But I've got this top from America, you see, Freya. I absolutely love it. So yesterday I decided to copy it, because I do live stream every day, just so you know. So I'm usually on in the evening, and if you want to know what time I'm on, then if you go onto my YouTube channel, which is exactly the same as this one, same name as this one, So Happy Quilters Association, which you can see up there, and you'll be able to see when I'm going live. Are they hard to make? No, not at all. Absolutely not at all. Anybody can make a quilt. They're really fun to make. You can make it as easy or as difficult as you want to do, really. But you know, so anyway, so I think, what do you think? What do you think, Dale? You're good at this stuff. I think this is very much my kind of fabric look, and I think this will go with my denim skirt. So if I make one of those tops in that fabric, then I won't be, upset if it doesn't come out okay, because it should be fine, because we've got the pattern done. And then what we'll do is we'll then do it in the Liberty fabric. That's what we'll do. So that's the plan. Right, so let me show you. Let me get out one of my put that there. I'm gonna show you, the quilt that I was working on. This one up here, because I'll be interested to see how many blocks I've actually made of it, and then we can kind of have a look at it. So this is one that I've been doing, Freya. I've been making this one all by hand. Thinking that before you said it. Amazing. Well done, Dale. So this is one I've been making by hand, and these are all the blocks. And I've had this one on kind of on the go, if you like, for a while. I will warn you, Freya, that you're gonna get addicted to quilting, because it's such fun, and I totally do it for my personal well-being, and that's why I sew a lot. You do not need a sewing machine to make one. Absolutely not. This is all hand sewn. That's all hand stitched. The one I've just finished, I mean, 95% of it is hand sewn. I can show you some of my others that is all hand sewn. So I just need to find out. I need to find out how far I got with this. So this is why. These are my corners. So they're the corners. So I did do the 4 corners. So that's something. So they're the 4 corners. This is called a patchwork acrosses quilt. That's really lovely. So they're the 4 corners. These are the edging ones. So there's an edge, that's an edge, that's an edge, that's an edge. I might do some more edges. These are the ones that I love doing. As you can see, I've done a lot of these. That's the thing. So I am going to have to do a lot more of these because these are the connector ones. So they all connect together. I'm just trying to see. Yeah, I think you guys can see it. They all connect together. They will sit like that, and then that's going to go there. And then you have the middle ones. These ones need to go in the middle, but I need to make they can't be like that. They need to be like that with those ones. Okay, so that's interesting. You're probably thinking, why is that interesting? It's interesting because I know how many I've got to do. And it's going to literally go like that. That's how it's going to stitch together. So I need to do the loads of the connectors, and then I've got the ends. And those ones would work because they would go there. That one's going to go there. And then that's an end one, which goes there like that. Woo, exciting, exciting. You could make a flower shaped one. Absolutely. I've already made a flower shaped one actually, Freya. Let me show you. Well, this is my look, this is my flower shaped one. This is called Grandma's Flowers. And can you see the shape there? That's the Grandma's flowers. This one is all completely hand sewn, and it's English paper piece, but I use something that's called hexiform, which is something that you leave it in. It's like a fabric template that you leave in. You can do it in paper. So yeah, so look, you got that one, and then you got this one, and then you have the little one that's in the middle that connects it. So that is thank you very much, Freya. This Freya is my very, very first quilt that I made. This is my very first one. Look, I'll hold it up and show you, and hopefully, there you go. Look, that is it. Ta-da! It smells so nice. It smells so nice. we use some great washing powder. It's so so anyway, so this one is called Patchwork of Crosses. Can you see that? Look there. That's a Patchwork of Crosses block. And I was saying to the guys last night that it's a traditional block. So now I do actually have a little piece of paper in here. I actually do. And it tells me how many I've got to make. Is it possible to make chunky ones? As in chunky what? Chunky flowers? Chunky quilts? Do you mean like chunky hexagons? Let me know and I will help you with that one. Right. So 56 main ones, 4 corner ones. So they're my 4 corners. So I've actually got a list of what I've got to do. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 corners. 26 ends. They're the ends. Ooh, there's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 20 more of those to go. 42 squares, 127. So I need 127 of those. Like a thick quilt. I mean, you could, without a doubt, you can make a really thick quilt. If you're going to hand sew it, you want to do that in the winter because you're going to have it on your lap and it's going to be quite, quite heavy. But you could also use something like wool. You could do like a wool backing as well because a wool would make it really chunky, and fleece backing to make it chunky. And also, I've got a really great one actually. I've got. I don't know if you like if you would like something like a weighted blanket, because I've made one that's like a weighted blanket as well. That a weighted quilt. That's quite nice. 127 connections, right? Okay. So I got a lot more to do, people. I got a lot more to do. That's my conclusion to that story. I think I need to get out more of the hexagons, more of the squares. And I don't know what I've got left actually. I have to have a look at this. I'm going to leave this out and have a little look. You love weighted blankets so much. Wow, let me show you my Christmas one, because I've got a Christmas one. I'll get that out in a second. What time are we on, people? We're on 10:15. I'll probably be right about 10:30, and then I will log off. Yeah, okay, so that's my little, I'm going to leave this out. I'm going to have to, this is getting quite big, so I need to upgrade it all. So I need to get all the blue, I need to get all the whites, need to get the blue, I need to get more of the Liberty fabric. that will be when this one goes together, that'll be really stunning. It does make me want to go like, oh, I'll tell you what's really good though, Freya. So we do a lot of sewing for charities. So we sew for the Lewis Foundation and we sew for the Cats Protection. And that's a really good place to start. Really good place to start is like sewing for charities, because then you're just practicing and, you know, and working with it. I don't think I've discovered puff quilts. Yeah, absolutely. So let me show you one of those, Freya. Carry on. What's an Amish quilt like? So the Amish quilt. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. It's probably better I turn you guys around. This is a little bit risky because TikTok might get a bit uh are you East? Yes, I am East Sussex, Freya. I am from East Sussex. Do you know me? Do we know each other? Are you picking up on my twins? Are you picking up on my accent? So hold on. So the puff one. Voila! Look, there you go. Oh, because you know there's charities. Oh, absolutely. Look, this is actually a puff cushion, but you could very much make this much bigger and make it into a puff quilt without a doubt. And that'd be really nice. I mean, you wouldn't have to. You don't have to stuff it if you don't want to. You could leave it. Have I got a shop? Well, kind of. I've got a TikTok shop. So if you obviously you're on TikTok, so if you just go into the little basket, click on that, you can see the you can see it there. So I've got a TikTok shop. I've also got an online shop on my website. My website's in my bio. You can go and have a look in there. So I've got some of my patterns in there, some fabrics. My TikTok shop also has patterns and fabrics, and it has one of my quilts as well for sale. You can go and have a little look. Yeah, so but I also go out. I do a lot of talks at quilters, and I have a little pop-up shop that I take with me, basically. So this is the puff one, and then let me show you. Where's the weighted one? This is the weighted one. This one. So this is actually my Christmas one, but I backed it with fleece. So because it's backed with fleece, and then it's all what's called city quilted, it is really weighted. And this is really, really easy to do. Really, really easy to do. And this, you can do all of this by hand without a doubt. Without a doubt, you can do it by hand. And it's really nice. This one, so Freya, if you're in East Sussex, you can come to our quilt show. So we are having, ta-da, we're having our quilt show at the Brighton Racecourse. Do you know the Brighton Racecourse? Hopefully you do. So we're having a quilt show on the 5th and 6th of September at the Brighton Racecourse. And this one's going to be there for people to snuggle underneath if they want to. Even though it's September, you can snuggle up for Christmas. So I think we've decided what we're doing. I'm going to go back into the other room, so I need to sip of my tea. I think we've decided what we're going to do tomorrow. I want to make the fabric to make that top, and then let me show you those other. Oh, the Amish one. Who was saying about the Amish one? Was it you, Sarah? Was it Sarah? Remember the Amish one? I can't remember. That's my Amish one. That one there, and I mean it's really really beautiful. It's going to take a lot to get it out. You see those events in Brighton? Yes, there is. Absolutely, there is lots of events. We're going to have our SHQA quilt show. That's in Brighton. Let's go and sit down. I'm going to. So we're going to do those tops tomorrow. Then I think what we'll do is I'll show you. We'll work on some. Yeah, I do need to do that, don't I? I'm going to keep that out because that's going to remind me tomorrow that I need to make the fabric to make that cushion for Georgina and for my cats. That's what we'll do tomorrow. So it's so exciting. I know it's very exciting, Freya. It's very, very exciting. You've definitely got to come to our quilt show and you will see us. And we're going to have lots of demos and lots of bits and bobs going on. Oh, look. This is Freya, look, this is one I've just finished. That's all hand sewn, that's all hand sewn, and that's all hand sewn. All these quilts. When is it? I will tell you. Hold on a minute. Let's get that fly. Let me get one of those. Hold on. I'm just gonna grab something. Hold on a minute. So our quilt show is on the 5th and 6th of September at the Brighton Racecourse. And we're going to have loads of a huge quilt display. We're going to have loads of demos and loads of you can get involved and do. We're gonna have a community sewing area. We've got our charities that come. We've got a cafe, so it's going to be really, really great. Yeah, so put that in your diary, Freya. And oh yeah, let me show you. So I think tomorrow, why don't we? Tomorrow night we can do some of this. So this is cool. This is all hand sewn. It's going to get trimmed down eventually, as is this one. This is what me and no, Brighton Racecourse, not Plumpton, Brighton. You know it's up on top of the hill in Brighton, the Brighton Racecourse. That's where it's going to be. Oh yeah, that's the one. Brighton Racecourse. Yeah, so tomorrow we could do some of this if you like. After 10 already. I know time definitely flies, doesn't it, Tiana? And this is all hand sewn, and you can easily, Freya, go to the shop you were talking about and get some of this kind of stuff. And like you need scraps and wadding, and then that's the backing. You can get some backing, and I can show you how to do, because this is really, really easy to do. And I love making these, actually. Love the colours. I know, Tiana. I love the colours as well. Love that one. That one makes my eyes go a bit funny, that one though. Could you remember that one? I was trimming that the other day. Yeah, that's anyway, so let's do that. So tomorrow, how to you love tips on how to cut straight lines. Well, I can do that, definitely, Kristen. I can give you some tips for how to do some straight lines, because that you'd need like rulers and rotary things for that. We can do that as well. And thank you so much for following me. Thank you. Our charity shop's good for fabric. Absolutely, Freya. Absolutely. What you want to get is duvet covers, sheets, pillowcases, and really, really great, fabric. I mean, not obviously not dressmaking fabric, but that kind of fabric, really. Love the poppy fabric. The poppy fabric. Oh, the poppy fabric. Yeah. Oh, that's really pretty. Didn't I do that in something else, Dale? Did I make that? I put that in something else, didn't I? Anyway, I'm gonna try and take one of these off. So yeah, so tomorrow I think I've put up for like 7:30, and then we'll get the fabric made up for my top that I'd like to sew. Might have a go at sewing that with you guys. You never know. We'll do that tomorrow. We have rotary rulers. For some reason, it slides around. It's never straight. Well, there is lots of tricks, Kristen, which you can do with them, and I can show you how to do that. But I'll show you tomorrow, because I am I've been on here for 2.5 hours, and I need a cup of tea. So I'm just going to go get a cup of tea in a minute, and I can show you tomorrow night if you'd like to. Can definitely show you how to do a bit of rotary trimming. That would not be a problem. I kind of like, I think I'm done for the butterflies. I'm done on this. So yes, you're very, very welcome. You're very welcome. So my lovely people, I'm going to go now. So I will see you tomorrow night. I'll be on by 7:30, probably to about 10 again, 10:30 again. And we'll do some rotary trimming. We will do some hand sewing of those half log cabins, and we will also do make my top. So first of all, we're going to say goodbye to the YouTubers, because the YouTubers always come on first, and then we'll say goodbye to the TikTokers. So hold on a minute. I'll see you later, YouTubers. Bye. See you tomorrow.
Come along to our first So Happy Quilters Association quilt show at Brighton Racecourse. Tickets available on our website. You can find the So Happy Quilters Association on social media, and don't forget to subscribe.